just perfect from them. Leaving Tex to try and walk this back.
It's crumbling.
Be a hero. Be a hero.
First one found.
Be a hero.
1v4 and nothing left. This clock is ticking. I'm already seeing Rien's sitting safe, sitting far away, making sure there's no naughtiness and there's no...
Shoot him. You can see the outline of him.
You don't see him through the wall?
Come on.
They are showing that same form that we saw from them yesterday, carried over to this next day. Best of 5, lower finals. When we see them getting
water,
to
Derek?
these
That's yours, right?
tournaments, this is where they start to crumble, where, you know, at least 3 different regional matchups.
Push a door, you pull a door, but you can't leg a door.
KC were some of the few that have taken them out in these types of stages. But here, looking very confident to keep steamrolling through them right now.
Setting up the tempo for them.
They look happy, they look confident.
Vibing.
And it doesn't look like they're expending all their energy.
No clue what he just said.
He said, Rien's, we got the tempo for them. I think that's what he said, along those lines.
Something about tempo.
Something about tempo, yeah.
And they do have the tempo.
I mean, I think from what we're seeing,
that
they
is true.
have the reach.
And they're going to call a timeout here. This is going to be a huge turning point. I think they're going to come back and win 13-11.
Ooh, spicy.
That's a spicy take.
Yes.
And they're only going to use sheriffs.
Losing it this way, it's not a good
the rest
feeling.
of the
Sheriffs and
game.
outlaws.
If you
Oh, the rest of the game.
The rest of the game.
Ospas,
He's
what
still
he
not
thinks about,
enjoying
like when
what's
he's
being
like laying
brought
back,
towards
his
you.
eyes are closed.
These are high-level plays out of Heretics, and that sounds silly.
I wonder if he just tries to go like
that's
clear
my
minds.
friend on the cam. My friend was just on the cam right there. Yeah.
I saw the LEV CEO. Was he in the back there?
Yeah.
This is the difference making
behind
here,
him.
because this half is already tipping.
Is he locked in? Did he look locked in?
Towards Heretics now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks.
Oh, they're right there, right?
No, like right.
Time
In the back, right? Like back.
Yes,
Like,
it's a best of
Oh,
5.
I see him. The
Yes.
two blue. The two blue. Or the two kids.
One with the backwards hat right there.
To give up
Okay.
your map.
Yeah, that
I
guy.
know what you're talking
And
about.
that's
Yeah,
first
that guy's
round. Right before you play against
Okay. All right, last
map.
chance for LEV
It's
maybe
not the
here.
start to a
Their
BO5
money's
that
shit.
you want.
They got
Must win.
3 vandals.
Team Heretics on the
Oh,
side.
Why?
Middle.
Our Harbor ult is
Damn.
just
They're
gone.
just
Yeah, he's got to be
flexing it all.
rattled
They are
hard
making
as
it
fuck
so
now.
hard to deal
They just
with.
peeked mid.
Mazzino was fighting headshot and they just
Obviously,
peeked mid. Yep.
Heretics can check in as well,
Swung
and they
him.
use that time perfectly.
The crazy
okay, I'm
thing
tripping.
about that is,
I thought
that was,
so many
yeah,
times I've
okay, I'm
seen
tripping.
Heretics
They have
play
to know
on
Ass
this
Pass
map
is
and
a
wish
solo
that they
beat
would do a
Yeah,
play
they do it
like
so
that.
often, right?
And I never see it, but they pull it out and it works.
And Aspas
Refight?
already checked on.
You just use all your utility
He's had
just
to pull
stays.
away
It's so
initially.
fun.
Still wants to
Yeah.
stick by yellow, but he's the only
Well,
one on the
actually
side of the
leaving
map. And it looks like a double pump. They're going all
a good
the way
play.
back around.
All of LEV are
towards
leaning
NA
B.
side.
Just the classic avoid ass pass.
2 things I look
Yeah,
for
it's
here
like it.
on that LEV defense, that lockdown, that Hunter's Fury. It's going to force
LEV isn't staying
Team
A.
Heretics
He
all
has
the
all
way
yellow
back.
still. I feel like they rotate a lot
they
though still.
capitalize
Like
off
they
it?
repush,
I'm
but they.
not sure
Oh,
about
I mean now they're going back.
Yeah.
Yes, the spike's going to get planted.
They might be able to get back in a
Heretics is
decent
gonna back
time.
off, but right
I
now,
mean,
the rotation's in, and they might use that Hunter's Fury early.
This KJ ult's gonna be big.
Take them off the
very big.
spikes.
Combat Sobol though.
Boom clears side out for them already. Hunter's Fury,
Oh
nobody
my
comments
God.
good for this. He's not getting his
Tag
usual
one,
reward.
damn.
That's
Oh,
it's Mini Boom showing control. Keeping
feeling
the
it
site
this entire
safe.
game. He's just
Lockdown
been
is
swinging
in.
shit.
Yeah.
Plant is
Yeah,
there,
it's been
however.
working.
Rien's looking for his man, looking for a body to drop.
You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
He's done his damage. He'll accept his
Dude.
fate. He's basically given them 12. Is now calm. Has to face the music.
Wow.
Has to go and fight. Otherwise, he has to watch this round tick away in front of his eyes.
just stick it.
Look here.
Now a 1v4. Look at the angles. Look at the positions. They're gonna have to move towards this though. He's gonna get half. A great attempt, but not enough.
ACS for having it, at least.
Yeah.
Beautifully played. And
Oh,
turned
they're
out
getting
his
fucking
day,
owned now.
Eyeing up that grand final.
That's hard. This
I'm
is their map
loving
pick
the
too. That's
evolution
tough.
of
That's
this
your
right
map pick?
now as well.
Yeah,
the
LEV
way
map
that
pick.
they're
That's like a confidence
introducing new
killer.
elements
Yeah.
to the gameplay that I haven't
Danny
seen
Mazzino.
all year from them. The
Oh,
way
that's-
that they
oh
go
my
back
God, that's how he
to
died.
Victoria
That's
Boyler
actually
on that boiler
unfortunate.
angle.
That's
He's
insane.
trying to pink instead. The way that
He's already
Rien
going
sits
through
in
it,
his
and then
lockdown,
that.
waiting.
Nah, someone give that guy a hug.
He's saving his teammates
And
for
if
just to
anyone
get
comes in a
that
second
shot
or two
into the
before
Yeah.
it pops, he's going to get the rewards for it, and it pays dividends.
Life of a
Now
support.
look at them suffering.
Yeah.
People
Mazzino
don't know.
can't even afford armor. They're just trying to make something happen, and Aspas just sent into the
Oh
blender,
no,
sent
the drone.
probably into an early body
so
backing, affected by the
Everything just went
distance,
wrong
but now
there,
able to turn
literally.
the screws, apply the pressure harder. But Heretics showing some cool composure here, and just pumping the brakes.
They have
A
good
big
discipline.
test, and then just slowing it
Heretics.
down.
Once this harbor wall goes down, they're going.
Yeah.
G looking for that A
Echo
push.
ult,
He's
Neon
got that
ult.
higher
So
belt
many
line.
ults.
Alarm about to
All right,
watch
let's get a
lower,
hard ball and
turn to
refight.
watch middle.
I'm down.
Heretics pumping the brakes, waiting for this wall to come down.
The
They
fuck
still
part
have that
is
neon
Neon
wall.
is just
They're
gonna
still
run
going to
through
go
that
here
and
with that
with the
Dizzy,
Gecko too.
combo it.
Yeah.
3 players are
Pop
left
his
to
ult
defend
and he
though.
gets another slide.
It's going to be a big brawl here in the next 10 seconds or so. As soon as this orb goes down, that's the cue. That is the time to go. And Benji creeping up A right now, looking for that fight on Calm.
Then they go B.
Get it. Contact's there. He's confident.
He's
he wants
fucking
him dead.
confident,
Calm
yeah.
has to try and fall
Holy
away
fuck.
from this. And they brought the player over. You can see Mazzino now worried about middle. They're causing all
Comes the
these
B.
doubts.
The pings are there.
And Heretics
They're
holds.
trying to take snow.
Oh, they're just doing it from here.
And now we go. Do they clear back yellow diligently?
Yep.
Yes, they do.
gotta
That's
go.
man found. That's
fuck.
King.
And now they get the ult back. They get the ult
They
back.
baited the rest of the guys to run out too. Oh my
God.
That's grim. It's grim. It's very grim.
Motherfuckers are perfect.
If I'm the yellow guy, I'm tilted that none of my teammates even try to shoot that.
Smothering and shrouding.
Yeah, I mean,
the
didn't
plan
they?
here. Leaving Tex.
They didn't have a plan for the Gecko ult coming in at all.
Praying on miracles.
I would have liked to have seen them like harbor ult and fight,
Seemingly
like as they were
going
doing,
out with the whimper here,
as they were doing their thing.
needing to crawl.
It's sad
back
for Mazzino. He didn't get
go
to
the
use it.
distance.
Yeah. You
Last
didn't use
time
it
they met
at all?
15-13. A Leviathan win on this map. And the difference a couple days can make here. Heretics looking so goddamn lethal. Tex gives it a go, but that's all he can do.
Tough.
It's gone down to 1v4.
That's
the time
raps.
is up. This one's done. This has been a
GG.
display.
NC.
Heretics are here today, and they need
They got ecoed too many times, honestly. Lev. They got ecoed once on each half in the big rounds. So, I don't know. Momentum just fucking runs away, and it's so hard to get back
To be fair,
in.
anyone could take Sunset though as well. Because I know a lot of people are probably thinking like Heretics is just like the best team on Sunset. But they were scared of LEV, I'm pretty sure. In their first series, Heretics banned it.
Does LEV have in store?
Heretics banned Sunset in their first series?
Yeah. Or maybe it was EDG.
Yeah. Okay.
I need restroom.
Yeah, restroom break?
Yep.
Okay. All right, we'll be right back, chat.
This first level is honestly insane. It's enough. Wow. Wait. Let's make 2 sunset. Got a 900 on Heretics. So I'm even. Yeah. Visit the Master Madrid versus Genji. Genji lose, but they win the Masters Shanghai versus Team Heretics. Now Team Heretics win the VCT Champions 2024. It makes sense actually. Oh. Ha! You guys don't see it now. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Yoink. Dude, I'm so hyped for the new agent. Second, okay. JT Comino noise box. Yeah. 13-7 against Leviathan, like. Somebody told me it was a super team or something. I don't think so. Wait, I still have. No, I don't. Okay. I was like, maybe I still have the videos. The fuck is this? I thought I have videos of like gameplay, but it doesn't look like it. These are old videos, so. What is the? This Mercy in it? Yeah, it is. I didn't say it was a Gallardo. I just said I like Gallardos. But by the way, Leviathan lost 13-7 on their map pick on Icebox. And now it's going to Sunset, so... Well, I hope it's gonna be a Heretics win. I really hope so. My pick'ems look... Wait. Oh, and my screen is black because Valorant is... Now I don't know if they're actually like starting the stream, but it should take a little longer. Wait. Yeah, and they're interviewing Heretics coach. So it's all fine. They're not playing yet. How is work for you? I thought we could maybe like... I have time to play today, but I'm not that sure. Also, can this load, please? Hello? What is happening? Fucking hell. When something doesn't work, nothing works. If you know what I mean. Like, what is this? Hello? Hello? Oh my god. I thought I'm going to get ready to go to another city. Oh yeah, yeah. To get ready to buy stuff for school by closing. Oh, wait. Okay, I guess. Do you need to wear like uniforms there? I don't know. It's so like for me weird because like I don't need shit for school anymore. Yeah, I will need some shit, but like it's not that big of a deal. It's just university. Fuck me, I'm old. Oh Jesus. Oh man. I just want to check my shop so there's like a vandal that I want to get or something. Welcome everybody to the stream of reaction, but I'm not reacting to anything.
Disrespecting it. They're getting ahead of it. They're finding those timings to push forward, to pressure those post plants that Leviathan was trying to set up.
Yeah, it's time for the Verizon high-speed moment as well. This one is from Miniboo in round 6, and a Miniboo Mimi that's looking on form.
Yeah, he absolutely is. This is one of those set plays that Team Heretics have kind of become known for, especially earlier on in this year. They've moved away from the Neon on a lot of maps, but have stuck to it and look good here. And I think Miniboo playing well is so critical for Team Heretics to go from a team that is good to a team that can be great and can compete for trophies. He's putting himself in a lot of positions where he's set up to get
on Valorant on this
advantage, and you contrast that to a Team Heretics that was doing such a good job setting Miniboo up for these opening opportunities and then converting those rounds in the post plant.
And I think when it comes to
Miniboo, I win 100%.
Such a good job setting Miniboo up for these opening opportunities and then converting those rounds in the post plant.
And I think when it comes to Miniboo, Neon is an agent that he's really super comfortable on. This whole year he's showed how dominant he is on that agent.
You too?
The other agents not so much, but Neon, I always have a bit of faith in Miniboo, and he loves to dash and slide, and he doesn't whiff, so
you are
it's good to watch.
He was not whiffing. I mean, his improvement versus the last time they played, he was even in his kill to deaths, he was even in his first kills the last time they played. This time around, positive score line. I think he's like 6-2 in his first
Dude, it's hard to get the pros here. These guys are like hungover or
some shit. Not only was he more confident, but the game plan was also built to accelerate him as well.
Yeah, I want to talk about Itopata real quick as well. Of course, the coach of Leviathan. You know him.
Yeah,
You're familiar with him.
Yeah, that was back in the beta.
Is there a bar here? Is there a bar in this arena? Do we get fucked up in this arena?
I was a little bit whiny, and I wanted to play Vine wasn't a thing, so I got kicked for it. So there we go.
There's gotta be like food and stuff, I'm sure.
After I think stage 1 took over full time as the coach for this roster, and I think you did see a lot of that turnaround. I think the fundamentals in particular is what really improved for Leviathan. The players talked about how he's a coach that is pretty focused on a lot of those kind of micro things, really helping players improve individually, but they're gonna have to lock in after losing Icebox here.
Yeah, let's send it down to Mika Fabs, who's with Coach Itopata ahead of map 2.
Did you see Boaster's
I've got now Itupata from Leviathan with me here on stage. Now, Itupata, I guess, like, you know, of course that didn't go exactly the way that the team planned. So what surprised you the most about how Team Heretics handled that map, especially considering Icebox is your stomping grounds?
I don't think we were surprised by how they're playing. They played how we would expect them, and I'm pretty sure we played the way that they expected us. It's just that they played better than us, and us on a micro level, we didn't play that well. We didn't play that well together. So I think that was our biggest issue the first game.
And how are you feeling about Sunset, knowing that it's Team Heretics map pick and a map that they're all too familiar with?
I mean, Sunset is also a really good map for us, so we were pretty happy with how the V2 went for us. And we're confident in our Sunset. Just like every other map, we're really confident in our Sunset. And yeah, hopefully we can close it out.
Well, that's right. It's not over yet. So let's get back to the game. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
This is a marathon, not a sprint, a best of 5. And this man on your screen, he is looking relaxed, calm, and chill, but he is the first player ever to reach more than 1,000 kills at Champions.
Oh, you're joking. I swear I was like right behind him as well. If I was still in this tournament, I would have beaten him to it.
Yeah, and I think Paperthin was close third if you were close
Yeah,
second.
I'm right in there. I'm right in the running. No problem. Yeah.
But yeah, Aspas, I mean, Icebox, it didn't really go his way, but Sunset, what can we expect?
Yeah, it speaks volumes to this guy's experience, and on Sunset, well, we can expect maybe a bit of a turn of page. You were talking about how good Miniboo's Neon has been all year. It's what defined Team Heretics' turnaround in EMEA, but they moved away from it, playing back onto the Raze comp after this, and Aspas is actually playing the Neon. They play the Breach instead of the KO. Most of the Americas teams make that choice. But what do you make, Boaster, of Miniboo switching off that agent that I feel like has been so good for him all year?
Yeah, I think I remember speaking to Neo in the lift, and he said the boys, they got a bit stale on it. It's what happens when you get too comfortable on a map. You kind of forget the fundamentals, forget why you're winning it, and it all gets washed into one big kind of pot, and you're just like, what's going on?
Is it a readable map now? If you were Leviathan, do you think that you could maybe get on that map and actually beat them?
To be fair, we've played the map 5 times, and I feel like we were quite good at it, all things considered. So I think the map itself is quite easy to play. Whether you can read Heretics is another thing, though. Who knows what they're going to be switching up with the Cypher and all the other U2 as well.
Well, I'm kind of curious if maybe Leviathan switches it up now. They've played Neon the last 6 maps in a row that they've played Sunset. Maybe now's the time to go back to that Raze to see if maybe they can also find that change up. It seems like a lot of teams are starting to kind of be wishy-washy about which way they prefer, because you know, Neon, yes, really good if you have a tremendous Neon who can really dash in, get those kills, but it is going to be the same for the side of Leviathan. They are going to stick with that Neon with Aspas, so they're going to try to go high tempo, see if they can best the other Neon on the other side.
Yeah, on this defensive side, watch out for Leviathan's set plays to get space on the extremities early in rounds. They're oftentimes going to be fighting into A main with that breach stun, Aspas following it up. They have a lot of trap ID as well, but I think Team Heretics play a good, slower mid-round on this attacking side and know those setups that these teams that are playing into the Neon are likely to be investing in.
I think the big thing about Sunset is that B fight, you know, whether you're fighting the backside or if you're going to stop them coming out the main, whether you're playing retake, the teams that kind of can adapt to the enemy team situation, are they playing on-site post, are they playing off-site post, are going to be the teams that are going to favor the defense and win it.
Team Heretics have only managed to win best of 5s, 3-0 thus far this year. This is their home map. This is a great chance for them to go up 2-0.
Yeah, we do this in EMEA a lot, so I'm going to get you to do it here, Boaster. Do you want to toss to Pansy and Steel?
Oh, you know what? Pansy and Steel, I'm tossing to you.
Yeah, nice one. That was pretty good. You know what? That was solid. Well done. But yeah, let's talk about this map, because Sunset is actually pretty strong for both sides. Obviously, we've had more experience watching, I could say, Heretics play this. It was one of their strongholds during the regular season. However, they've lent a little away from it here. Not the highest priority in their vetoes. However, on the other side, of course, Leviathan, another good map for them now. But depending, I guess, on who you watch more, maybe who you have more eye test with, you could imagine this being a 2-0 potentially to Heretics if you're more familiar with them. But Josh, where do you see this being defined then when you have two very solid teams going head-to-head in a map like this?
Right now, I'm looking to the form and I'm looking to the little micro adjustments, especially when we're at this stage of a tournament, how the little subtle things get changed up a little bit.
We're all in the game.
Obviously, this was their strongest map. We haven't seen them picking at this event so far. Maybe hiding it. Maybe they wanted to play to other strengths. They've been picking Icebox. And, you know, the last series against Sentinels, for example. Here, I mean, the pistol round's not even going to tell us anything. It's going to be those 4 to 9, rounds 4 to 9 that we're going to see.
And as much as it may be a natural inclination for someone like Heretics to lean back towards this, it will be highly read, right? This is something that people will know about, they will look towards, and there'll be tape on it, plenty of tape. So for Leviathan, this is probably the best chance for them to have a very good read against the likes of Heretics. Let's see how they handle it, though. Again, we saw them starting to warm into the game, but Icebox was just
no delay.
I mean, it was a marvel to watch.
Slip back in. He's going to take the fight. Miniboo.
That's a bold look, considering Miniboo is already somewhat expecting it, or at least being heads up enough about it. Quick little flash to control the back of the pillar. And Com tries to play forward, almost careless in approach. They're going in bit by bit, and bit by bit, they're falling. Not the follow-up. Leviathan, this pressure play they wanted to go for, that almost pre-take they wanted to try, it fell to pieces so quickly.
Still, Team Heretics staying in the site, waiting. That firing squad. Miniboo got them in the back. Find out where King is King. But here, actually might be able to isolate them.
Maybe he's got smoke, paranoia. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 further on pillar. The swing off this contact is going to be horrific. Yeah, there it is. There's no way out of that. That is a trap set in motion. But Josh, I didn't like them funneling back into CT there.
I did not like that either. That is reminiscent of the last map. It's kind of the same way that they felled in EG. LEV has such strong players. They have such strong mechanics, and they're able to win some of these fights. It's not about them, they're not. It's not about them. They play so good. They match really well, but their spacing has been so hard to
Okay. We got it now.
deal with, that even if you do get one, you're instantly getting traded.
Yeah.
So the trickle out, falling like lemmings, LEV, it's not really working for them. They need to be able to play more fundamentally sound right now instead of trying to lean too heavily.
He actually takes the orb.
I mean, he got the orb. He's happy with that.
That's all you're going to get. So no worries. Heretics can just go through their paces if you're looking for a danger man. You're eyeing up Aspas or Mazzino. You only want to rock Sheriff.
Boo's
holding
holding
a little bit of a
it.
flank here. It's Boo to be holding the back line.
Like those are scenarios
maybe here on
where
the swing,
Boo
but they still have to break the
usually
utility to get that close.
I'll tell you, right?
Now a little more aware of what's coming their way. And really, the only ones you don't want to see falling is Boo and Woot. If you're looking for the economy to stay strong, have maybe a dangerous bonus here.
But they have to go.
Obviously for LEV, they'd love to keep them locked in. Cost them all those goodies. Rienzo can be one of those to go forward. Same with Benji.
Left.
There's 2 players here. That's a body drop, not bad. Any more would be marvelous. Hold on, that's actually pretty big. That could be a rifle lost here. They're trying to keep him secure.
No. Oh, nice.
They've
Nice
opened up the
crouch.
pathing.
Wait, no time.
No time.
Okay, so when I look at this, we're going into that bonus round. Team Heretics, they kept the 3 with the rifles alive. This is okay for these guys. Right now,
they only
LEV
have 2
need
goals,
to stand
so
their
it's
ground.
fine.
What
It's
I
actually
need
a
to
perfect
see
scenario.
different
They
from
only
them
lost those
that
2
we haven't
pistols.
seen on maps, like last map like Icebox, is some
this is
sort of
not even nice
cohesion
shots.
together where they're
Okay, that was a
moving
nice
together.
shot, though.
This right here, as they're
Crouched
trying
under
to
his
lock
shot.
down this
That's why
exit
it's
from the
insane.
main, if they're able to do that on other parts of the map where they fight together, they use their teamwork, they use ability to set each other up, and then they swing together to ensure that they win with the trades. That is the side of LEV we need to see, but we're not seeing at the moment. Team Heretics, they group in this death ball, and they do it because it works.
We're starting to see the best of Heretics early on. Now, whether or not that carries through is yet to be seen. Can Leviathan stop the roll
There's
here?
nobody market.
If this goes
why do you
also
do this
one-sided,
there's nobody in
it's going to be
market?
terrifying. The momentum
You can
building
play off
behind
this
Heretics
one
will
only.
be so hard
Maybe.
to stop. However,
I mean, you have a
this
cam
round,
here, so this one is...
if anything,
and
Leviathan
it's
have the
gonna
better
get
weaponry. They have
broken
everything
by
they need to go
shocks,
forward here.
no?
Yeah, a couple of light shields, one on Tex and one on Mazzino, but that's fine. That's manageable. On the other side,
Nice
3
shot,
rifles and that Bulldog just to round it out with the SMG
Nice
Miniboo, and they've opted for mid control.
Oh, they're gonna fight mid though.
Heretics, though, they're going to get caught here in the open.
The triple swing is fantastic for LEV.
This is...
Going to force him again for a flick, but Woot with a great shot towards Aspas. Hold on, it's not secure by any means. It's still very much game on. And a recheck and a refight,
Nice.
but a trade again.
Nice trade,
This is
nice
a bonus,
trade.
and it's going this close. And now they might get that
I mean, it's a
3v2 on the
really
B
strong
side.
bonus,
Benji taking the space, but there's 2 on back pillar.
Trip.
You've got to know that he's close here. Hearing that go up, Tex divides, and now the counter swing. Benji taking great fights here. And bear in mind, King is a mile away.
Nice.
This could all fall to pieces. What is happening to LEV here? King
Leviathan are
saved
crumbling.
them from probably a worse scoreline on Icebox.
Bench
He might
should
have to
plant.
save them again.
Oh.
1v2. He's creeping closer, he's speeding up, he wants to fight and he's gonna get it. Takes away Benji, but now Woot on the other side. The paranoia goes in, but King tempers the pace a touch.
Oh, he's gonna lose it, and he's gonna
looking for his
punch
man.
his.
Waiting on the other side. He's committed to the angle, but how long does he wait? How long does he
don't.
think?
Yes.
He considers the
No.
other side. The king again, keeping Leviathan competitive in this. How many times can we ask him to step up to the plate?
And you highlighted it last map as well. He was the one to keep them in it. LEV, I thought, finally, we get to see them move together. That drone replay on mid, they're fighting together with their abilities, they're fighting together with their bodies, and they're catching right now Heretics out in the open.
This is a bonus, Josh.
That's the bonus. It needs to be cleaner than that. What happens when all of them have a clean set of shields? Yep. All of them are on rifles, and they actually keep their guns out.
I mean, look at the economy damage going forward. LEV won the last round, and they're coming back in with SMGs, Light Shields, Guardians, and Bulldogs. It was on the shoulders of King. That is how this came down. And for Heretics, now it's time for the rifles to come into play. Woot's got ult as well. This is where it can go from bad to potentially worse. Knife does not connect.
They should have
From
showed
Zeno
us.
on a platter here. They've already managed to navigate past most of the side of Tripfly going towards that elbow side. They've got control of CT. Benji put to task, controlling that short play back in.
Careful.
As soon as this KO stops, though, what is the reaction, the response? Boo.
Wow.
That's a good start.
And that's the heavy hitter gone. That's the man that's been keeping LEV looking competitive.
Look at Boo. He has that paranoia. He's ready for this.
And I'm waiting to see if Benji's got his head tucked down by the stairs. It's such a key place for him, but he's going to just play it forward. They're getting confident. They're working off the util. They are absolutely decimating Leviathan in this round. Zeno. 1v5 is commanded of, and you're not going to get it. Heretic showing why this map was their bread and butter.
Yes.
If you're wondering why I'm getting excited about seeing that paranoia being set up, Heretics is traditionally a team that falls back once they have that space and they try to play these crossfires. But here, pressing the issue forward, keeping the other team from being able to get close to starting a retake. This is just such a nice evolution to see of these guys, because that was the #1 thing that I think they needed to work on, and they're showing it here when it matters most. And LEV, I don't even know if they're used to this. They're not prepared for it. If you look at all the tape of Team Heretics on Sunset, you're not seeing this.
You're not seeing that at all. And you can tell the difference, the tangibles from map 1, the scoreline of when they met earlier on Icebox. How close it was, and it was an eventual Leviathan win. Now today at 13-7. And here on Sunset, for something that has some of the most tape of Heretics available, they look different. They look in different form. I like this though, proactive from Leviathan, and a good share connected hold on.
Double headshot. Nice.
Well, the ult from Aspas was there for about a second. And the stack,
this is too obvious.
not really working out as they'd like so far. Frenzy in play as Sheriff.
They should check
Surely
this.
they check on Tex. And maybe unaware that he could have slipped through. Maybe a chance.
Yes. Nice clear.
Yeah. Nah, they ain't falling for this. Heretics. They're striding through it now. We asked a lot of King before,
like
but with just a ghost, I think that might be a little unfair to even ask for such a task.
What I want to highlight there, though, at that B main, this is how locked in Team Heretics is. They send one player ahead. I think it's Woot. He's trying to spam that wall to break that camera. Cyphers normally place the camera inside B main. They might not activate it all the time, but they are so aware that because there's a breach on the other side, a trap at B main can be set. And if that's the case, they don't want to be caught in it. So as soon as Woot goes in to try to break that camera, he's alone doing it. He backs off. The stun comes in. The swing comes from LEV. And Team Heretics, none of them are they get to swing out and just instantly deal with that. They are so aware of everything that can come. They're locked in. They're not tunnel visioned on anything. They're aware of all the possibilities left to throw at them, and they're handling it so well right now.
Right there.
Pause for Leviathan. And at this point, after I think we have to talk a bigger picture. As much as a best of 5 is a marathon, if you fall down in the first 2 maps, you're looking at it being cut pretty much in half. You don't get to play it out. The first 2 maps look pretty solid here for Heretics. Already at a 4-1. The form they're approaching with as well looks good. It's passing the eye test here. If I'm Leviathan, I'm watching the chances of that final start to dim away a touch. It's not impossible. It's not completely out of the realms yet. You're only onto the second map. First 6 rounds, it's fine. But there is that reality check, and it's starting to feel a bit realistic here. They better turn the tides now, or soon. They might just watch their chances
It's a base which
fall away
like
from
Heretics
now.
are good at.
We come back through. Heretics, let's look financially
no
at their
outlaw,
situation.
though.
Very solid, very robust.
Yeah,
We're going to have those ults hitting soon as well. Mini Boo not far off. Yeah, TP for Boo. And a couple there. On the other side, very big ults coming into effect here. Very close for Mazzino as well. We could be seeing them having a big round to bank on.
Oh,
Quick little flash and a push up. Heretics
like that.
taking early control of elbow. And posting Mini Boo towards middle. Looking like maybe a crunch could be in play, but 3 players from Leviathan playing back towards the A site now.
I looked at Mini Boo's positioning towards that tiles area.
Yeah, he's just
You
waiting
don't
for
dry
pushes.
re-clear this, do you, Lev?
Might?
Very
ew.
risky, but they do get a reward on it. Tag is there. Hold on.
Okay,
Maybe this
no,
is the stand
no.
they needed. Come with the connection.
Andy.
Takes away Rien's.
Shit.
Very risky, but
Wait,
they
what
do
happened?
get a reward on it. Tag is there.
What is
Hold on.
this?
Maybe this is the stand they needed. Come with the
But I just
connection.
seen that.
Takes away Rien's. A 2-player deficit for Heretics, and the man to the good this time for Lev. Big impact, and they have no idea about King. Well, now they do.
Right.
Benji's in danger. He's on a platter, and he is beheaded. King holds the ground, holds the space. Mini Boo and Boo dealt with. Leviathan suddenly stand strong.
At least when they go to re-clear that elbow, yes, it's dry, but they do it together. They get the trades, they move together.
Dude, that's
Clear area.
Gecko.
That back
This
up from
was
as well.
so
I want to
lucky
but
that
I
he
look
got
at Team
that.
Heretics. The 4-2 up. Don't give their defense side is as strong as their attack side.
Yeah, they
And their
didn't
attack
play
side's good.
together that much. What is...
When we look at this map, oh yeah, they're cheering them on.
Look at that.
They're watching us right
I
now. Their
forgot
defense
how
side
she's
is
called.
as strong as their attack side. And their attack
Harder,
side's good. Like,
right.
when we look at this map, oh yeah, they're cheering them on.
But I've seen that! Stop
watching us
showing
right
me
now.
what I've
I mean,
seen!
they know what it's like on these sort of stages, right? They've been on
Oh,
the winning
they're
end of things.
trapped A,
But now, though,
okay.
Aspas looking to try and at least give them a chance further forward now.
Don't
Work
fight
off that
this,
momentum, build back
please.
into this series. Keep Heretics humbled. On the other side. Aspas looking to try and at least give them a chance further forward now.
I've seen that
Work
again.
off that
What is
momentum,
happening?
build back into this series. Keep Heretics humbled. On the other side, Tex going to get a glimpse of Boo, but they've lost out on that B main space.
How does Heretics react to this? They see that Cypher camera towards A. They know it's probably just Tex playing that retake by himself, or, I mean, he hasn't even been playing retake, he's been fighting, and it looks like he's going to push up and fight again.
No
The timing
way.
is everything, and it's
What are you
atrocious for Tex.
doing?
Couldn't have timed it worse, but King now trying to make up for the mistake.
He has his trips and
You
everything.
don't go
and
individually,
he's
no.
just-
Bloody hell.
It's so...
Slowly clearing through. Don't actually get a
Bloody
glimpse. Mini Boo going to take
stupid.
towards the side, and they've got what they need. A fight on the cross from
headshot,
Mazzino
though.
wins. Denies a fair fight for a trade. Good follow-up from Mini Boo, and a quick push back out from Mini Boo. They are trying to take this space. They have to respect this. This is going to give them enough security
Shoot the
to
top
get
of the
the
box.
plant in.
You know it. No, not...
Holding now.
Oh!
He's done his job. Kept them secure.
This close.
And a 4v3, King, Com, and Aspas.
The smoke to isolate. Yes, it lets King get inside of it, but still the crossfire, once he exits the other side of it, Calm already.
So far away.
So far.
He's so far from this. You'd need like back-to-back kills almost instantly. And Heretics aren't going to give you that. You've got to make that space yourself. How do you do it? That's how you do it with a shot like that from Aspas. More? Absolutely not. Boo, the backbone of the Heretic side, not going to let it slip. Now down to just Rien's in a 1v1. King, again, running low on time. I think he's going to be out of it. Rien's can just play this to the clock, play it to the time. He does! Heretics are maybe close, but the round's still theirs.
Nice! Let's go.
Another round in the bag
We
for
have
Team
Jet as well,
Heretics, and I
Gecko,
have to
Jet,
start
everything.
questioning Lev right now. Tex, two
That was
huge
stupid.
rounds. Pistol round, round 7, given up by
Oh.
trying to re-aggress
Shot
by
the- oh, that's
himself
shot as well.
into a position where surely you just have to play for the retake. You have to wait for the reinforcements. You cannot do this on your own. It hasn't been working. You're 2-7 right now on the scoreboard. You cannot keep going for these. It's costing your team the championship at this point.
The disrespect is insane.
And there's always that desperation to try and make the big play, but Mini Boo's not allowing it. Aspas again sent back to the spawn. No hope of impact this time. Their money's starting to dwindle, suffering under the control of Heretics.
Are they even bought into this round?
Zeno on the back of the site, Com.
They're pushing A.
Don't look like
It's a
they're hitting
trip
as hard
there.
today, and Heretics have all the answers. Zeno has to respect that now. Forced off.
That's info, that's Breach, that's Sova. At least 2 players here,
April.
at
No.
most 2 players on the other side of the map. And right now,
Tex
again,
is
Tex
waiting
in
for
a
the
very
trip
precarious
or
position,
something.
pushed all the way up, waiting for that.
He's gonna hear the rotations
Ooh,
though.
he does have his
Yes,
ultimate
go away.
that he could use to get in the back lines here.
For Tex, we've been questioning his
He
composure. Now
hears
he
it
needs
all.
to keep it focused. He's going to hear the
hears
steps.
it
2 kills is all that he's got to his name so far, and he's got to bail him out.
Oh,
That's big. Looking for a follow-up,
nice.
can't
Nice
do it.
trade,
1-for-1
nice
trade.
trade. He
King
didn't
now
get
gets
to.
brought into play.
Here.
And the shot was
Oh,
messy.
my.
Rien's not going to let that slip.
How is
The only
Blue there?
unpredictable factor is gone. That's all they've got.
The only saving grace right now is that Benji's dead, the trips are down, and Calm goes for the flank, but Rien's on the read.
He's so aware. So heads up, Rien's going to catch that flank. And this is the round wrap. Mazino's got no impact here. He can't do anything. Heretics are playing
How did Vitality
like
even
they're
get into
already
this,
eyeing up that final, Josh. We have to kind of
champs?
call it how it is. And now it's going to be a
That's my
6-2, and
question.
seeing how these rounds have gone.
At this stage,
What are you meant to do
I
if
would
you're left?
expect, like,
it's Team
Liquid or
Heretics'
something.
series to lose at this
Yes.
point. They're in full control. The reads are just so... I don't know how they're able to pull it out, staying one step ahead. They know exactly what's coming. They are dodging every sort of aggressive push that Lev's throwing at them. But
I
then on
just
top of
woke
that,
up and
Lev
I'm
is
watching
also
this.
doing these questionable plays, trying to, on the back of solo efforts,
Whip that
try to
wave.
swing these rounds around. And I can understand if it's been working here or there, but
Yeah, and if you're hitting, if you're able to punish it, okay, but
it needs
I
to be
haven't
the
seen
right
it.
player at the right place. Like King has been doing it for them, but it's been in very specific scenarios. It hasn't been working for other players. And Tex, again, he's putting himself in positions where 1 kill isn't good enough. You need to get 2 at least, maybe even 3 for that play to work out. And it's been multiple times that he's caught and punished for doing these sorts of plays. Right now, Team Heretics building on that lead. Yes, we're seeing ultimates come online right now for Lev. And yes, we've seen them try to get some different sorts of looks, different traps. Again,
rinse, repeat.
FB main.
It feels like madness to be doing the same thing over and over, trying to make a way out of it, but he gets tagged. Rien's can't quite find him again, but they still drop Com at a 1-for-1 trade out. At this point, they can pause here a little. They got 1 minute and 20 still to try and paint their picture with.
If that ultimate orb is still in main, Woot could grab that, use his KO ultimate to get into the site here. The only thing they have to pay attention to is that Rolling Thunder from Breach. I like what Lev's doing here.
Yes.
They're re-clearing through middle. They can pivot. If it's A, cool, they got that camera, they got that tripwire, they can go for that retake.
But they're doing it together, and it's the first time we're seeing this. That's massive. This should be the trap. Well,
You should know.
Woot reads that. Now they know everything. Now they should have the full picture. Benji trying to work back in, but it's traded out. Boosted alive until then. Aspas.
How do you hit that?
There's the impact. There's the man you need to wake up here. As Rien's in 1v2.
That reposition,
Mid
spike
sliding.
down, 40 seconds to work
Should
with
check
Rien's.
left.
He's
Yes,
still the
you know
man.
it.
We
You know
saw
he's left.
what he
You
could
know
do
he's
just
left.
yesterday. And
Nice.
another chance to
Last one
remind
is
us
low.
of his own
He's at 80
brilliance.
or something.
But a 1v1 against Aspas.
Yeah,
He knows that Aspas was
30
nearby.
seconds
Neon
left.
can get anywhere in an instant. Rien's, if time ticks too low, he'll be limited in the options
yeah.
where he can go
If
with
the
that
time goes
spike.
low, he
20
has
seconds.
to run because Aspas will
He's
just
got to try and
run
fight
away
the
from
monster
him.
himself around the corner. Rien's
Yeah,
tries to
now
pick up
it's
the
no
pace,
time.
and now Aspas can evacuate.
He has to go
13
away.
seconds. There's nowhere else to run. He has to keep going on this
You have to
path.
go,
and
you have to
he
go,
has to
you
go
have to
fast.
go.
8 seconds now. Can he find his man? Aspas slowly creeping away. Aspas has played this like an absolute genius.
Spam
He
the
has done
wall!
so goddamn
What are you
well.
doing? You're so
Aspas
heavy.
is the man they needed for the job, and he was absolutely there when they needed him most.
50-50 gamble. Rien's reads that Aspas is going to go for the fight.
He had shocks,
but
he had a lot of
Aspas
shit.
waits like a lion. He waits for the perfect opportunity to strike. And because of that, he
Like,
wins the round.
it looked like
Rien's doesn't
he
plant
saw
that
him
spike.
there,
That
but
time
I'm
runs
not
down.
sure.
But a different look from Lev. They're moving together again. That's the second time they
Like,
move
how do you
together.
hit
They
that
pick
while
up
sliding?
the third round on the board. So, are they starting to clue into what they need to do in order to get ahead of Team Heretics right now?
I mean, they still have
Could be the turning point.
It's fine.
And Aspas
No,
wants to keep
stop
up what he
turning
started.
points. Nice.
Oh, God. It's just brutality. King at least going to try and avenge his fallen teammate. There are bodies here now.
This is so nice.
But the support's arriving. Benji's coming over. Are they just going to
What's the
brawl this
plan
out? That would
now?
be madness, surely. One way going to be reinvested, and you can imagine this side of the map gets closed.
Note that the smokes are down for the
Nearly
attacking
Razor,
side. The
KO
positioning right now
one
of Lev with
through
common
side
market,
four.
because that crossfire cannot be dealt with at
Look,
B.
this guy has a
There's no
stinger.
smokes to block off that market line.
Like,
right
Aspas
now,
forced,
the
and
lean
then
is on mid and on A right now, but King
Calm
trying to
save.
hold this one-way smoke. But the pop flash,
This is going to be hard work for King. He's forced away and he's dead. The reaggress is divine from Heretics. Know exactly
really nice.
what they want him to do.
Oh.
Tex trying to retake that space, and they got a scramble here because Tex is on the hunt. He needs to close the gap. Oh, the cosmetic!
Yes!
Riez takes away Tex, Mazzino, and now Amcom to try and do something that's impossible. Heretics backhanding Leviathan. They are large and in charge, and they want that grand finals.
This has to be a second timeout for LEV. They need to find an answer. Yes, it sucks to use 2 timeouts in 1 half. We've seen it though. We've seen it work. Sentinels did it yesterday on Haven against Heretics, and they were able to convert that map.
He didn't even get affected. Rien's got away.
He got away.
Okay,
Again though, LEV 1 step behind, losing that first blood so frequently. Again, Heretics, they look unstoppable. Okay, I say that.
I mean, that's pretty nice. But again, we've never really questioned the mechanical capabilities of LEV. We know that they can hit, but it's not hitting as hard as Heretics overall. I think that's just been the main story here.
And when they have been hitting, they've been being traded instantly because of the positioning of Team Heretics, how they go shoulder to shoulder with each other. But again, another bait setup. I like this. Yeah. First time that Tex is going to have support here.
They're
but
saving.
King to take first contact.
Oh, he got headshot.
Ah, the spacing, not there.
Nice.
Not there.
It was a timing.
Okay, Minibu has a
Tex
rocket.
popped his camera, so he got off the angle.
HP,
Normally, he should take that first contact, bait them into King.
Oh,
but again,
nice.
3 versus 4, you pop your ultimate. This is
2 slides
desperation
wasted
right
for
now.
them.
Clutching at straws and finding nothing for it. At least going to deny the first attempt of the plant. This could open up the chance for a pre-take. Boots down low, and now back on the side. Aspas has to be the one to lead the path. Mazzino by his side, but it's down to a 1v1, and Aspas down low again. Boo sitting pretty, sitting perfect on HP, but Aspas a threat at all times. And all HPs!
They were clutching at the straws, and they got them.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Out of the magic hat. Starting with that first pick that Mazzino got, you thought right here, there's no way LEV is able to clear this up. You see Aspas pop his ultimate there. Okay.
Just play Sheriff's all the game, bro. You
not gonna happen. But so many of these players are so low HP. Even in the end there, Aspas is down to 20 HP. 1 bullet changes everything. But that pre-aim.
Real nice.
Massive,
real nice.
To get back in the game.
And Aspas, if he has to do it himself, he will.
Wow.
But we've seen they've been able to best those odds before. You could say Zekken tried it. You could say Tens tried it. Say a couple teams tried it, but you can see what that happens. Heretics
I would have halted mid.
As 5,
but
they can still come together. They've taken the side here.
That's so nice pick.
Ults on both sides pretty much. Minibu trying to at least secure some space for his comm to connect. We know that he does this. We know he's always so good on that Hunter's Fury. This time they get the plant down, 4v4 here. Benji in his position, in the spot that he's renowned for, waiting. See if Minibu can maybe draw their attention and bait him into play. But if you've seen their VOD, you know where he is. And away we go, dart to the brain, King's gonna fall. Benji still waiting, still looking to strike. 2 more players, the time's gonna be ticking here, Josh. They gotta get a move on. Okay, that's how you do it. You create a new avenue of approach. Oh, Tex, back to back. Big damage, good counter work from Rienz, but Minibu deals with the player from CT. Now we look towards the site. Minibu overwhelmed, and it's all on Rienz in a 1v2. Time!
Oh, fuck.
Takes away Aspas.
No, wait, time?
That is clutch! Hell from Rienz!
No way! What?
Oh, man. But even if that shock doesn't go off, we can see both teams are starting to hit their strides. Both teams are hitting. They're heating up.
Yeah,
we're starting to get a game now.
Yeah, this game is really warming up here. We're seeing Aspas having to really up his levels as well. He's starting to hit hard. Mazzino right there, King clutching up, but the answer back. Maybe there's still more to be seen. Maybe that next half is going to be up to par. It is not over yet. We've seen LEV pick up the pace here. But we've got a treat for you coming up in a couple of seconds. And you want to stick around for this one. You want to hear this halftime break. So sit down in your seats. You want to hear from Buzz, waiting by Jen.
Hello everybody, standing right here with Buzz, of
so bad, bro.
course. 버즈 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. I see. Everyone loves you. You're so popular over here. Now, Buzz, just really quickly, how are you enjoying Inspire and how are you enjoying the match today? 오늘 이렇게 경기장 와서 팬분들도 만나고 경기도 보고 있는데 어떤 시간 보내고 계신가요?
일단 경기장이 너무 멋진 것 같고요. 사실 여기서 게임을 했어야 되는데 그러지 못해서 굉장히 슬프지만 또 이렇게 보러 옴으로써 또 동기부여를 얻는 것 같습니다.
Man, Inspire Arena looks amazing, and I feel like that could have been our stage as well. So it definitely stings a little bit, but I'm super happy. And it's just a source of motivation for me to do very well next year as well. Now, I saw you guys sitting with T1 boys, back with Stacks, of course. Who are you guys rooting for today? 오늘 누구 응원하러 오신 거예요? 좀 T1 선수들이랑 같이 경기를 보면서 응원하더라고요.
뭐 누구 응원하러 온 건 아니긴 한데 막상 와서 보니까 또 레비아탄 콤 선수가 보이더라고요. 그래서 개인적으로 좀 친분이 있는 선수여서 개인적으로 레비아탄이 이겼으면 좋겠어요.
Coming in here, I just came here to watch a great game, but you know, during today's game, Calm really stood out, and him and I are good friends. So I would like LEV to win today. So, guys, with that in mind, I would like to ask for your predictions for today and tomorrow as well. 오늘과 내일 승부 예측 부탁드려도 될까요?
마음은 레비아탄이 이겼으면 좋겠지만 팀 헤릭틱스가 3대1로 이기고 이제 내일 결승은 EDG가 3대2로 이기지 않을까 싶습니다.
I'm trying so hard to understand.
I want LEV to win, but I think Heretics are going to take this one 3-1, and tomorrow EDG is going to win the whole thing 3-2. Well, thank you very much, Buzz, and enjoy the game.
Interesting prediction. Tomorrow's game is going to be hype.
I don't know when it starts. Like today, I missed out on the whole
That is
starting
bold and
thing.
brave and brazen. I respect it though.
Oh yeah. So we did just start seeing Leviathan show a little bit more strength, right? I think a lot of us kind of expected Heretics to look good on this map. It has been one of their better maps throughout regular season. LEV, similar scene, but we didn't see them hit quite as hard. I think that's a fair assessment of what they've looked like. Maybe it's time to warm up here. Maybe start seeing them look like they're fighting together.
What a knife!
See them, well, all standing together currently.
Nice boom!
Where's the trade? The spacing
where's
again.
the trade? That's the
Fundamentally,
question.
we are asking questions of LEV here that they are not answering.
But again, Aspa slows down to wait for the team. There's no team, but the push through. LEV
the flash. It was so good, and Tex's shot is better with the follow-up as well. Tex trying to do what he can. That's 3 kills, but still, it is a 2v2.
And Rienz is up.
Yeah, HP advantage for
Once
LEV.
now in play. Time's on LEV's side.
That's a nice push.
He's got shocks for Mazzino back here.
Played it nice.
See what Rienz goes for as well, yeah.
2 shocks and behind the box.
Still got what he needs as well. Spotting out Mazzino. That's shock dart towards him. Forcing him out of the angle. A little bit of a shot towards it. Rienz, if anything, just tunnel visioning towards what he knows, which is Mazzino. But there is still the unknown element of King, who's been pretty much the one to full stop these rounds. Leviathan
They have
give
to
themselves
gamble.
the gateway back into this game.
The gap is closing, and as we saw in some of these rounds here, what was the real difference maker? Team Heretics, they were opening the rounds really well. They were closing the rounds really well. And LEV had them kind of in the middle rounds. Some situations on some of those green players at middle.
3!
Right now, LEV trying to open really quickly. The spacing's bad, but again, the convergence in that.
Bombs! I knew that was insane!
LEV, we see the flashes of brilliance on their individuals, on some of their mechanical prowess. It just needs to come together as a team.
Rinse and repeat, we go back again. Boo on the chopping block. Leviathan coming his way. Mini Boo by his side, but LEV being held back by the smoke for now. Haven't seen them really flex throughout the map. This is very much all in towards A. Plenty of sheriffs against them too, so could have their work cut out here. Decide to temper their own pace.
Another gamble read from Team Heretics. Right now, stacked to the right site. But the utility from LEV, there's too much of it. I think this drone's also going to spot out Mini Boo in the back here, and LEV might pump the brakes.
Yeah, did he walk away from this? He's already looking at Tex. Yeah, and he
hears it.
The timing on this. And a great shot. Doesn't need to outstay his welcome here. He's done so well. This has opened up so much space for them to go back towards A if they want to.
Here at the rotation, he knows he's being crunched right now. Now is go time for his team.
Oh, what a hero.
Smokes.
What a hero play from him. He's got 3 players focused towards him in middle. He's opened up the A site, rolled out the red carpet, and Aspas going to take steps.
30 seconds left.
Taking a few more to clear out towards CT. But they've snuck back through towards the side. King with a quick turn of attention. They can all see what's going on here. There's no gaps to be found. Leviathan strong together. Credit to Tex there. He had a very rough first half. That move then, that little bit of a moment for him to draw those players was exactly what they needed.
I was very critical of him in that first half, especially those 3 rounds I highlighted. But looking at that last round of that last half, as he's coming in on that retake, the positioning, the timing, the pace he takes, understanding that it's not his job to press forward.
Nice comp, guys. Let's go.
Shooting everyone down. Then he goes into pistol and gets a 3K to convert, and then here, keeping everyone occupied. Big work.
I just went from 3 years Loud fan to hating us.
So singular and focused. Miniboo already sent to
that bait though.
Punished King, and now no way, Miniboo double back. He went back to check. Doesn't leave Boo to fight alone, and look at the absolute mess of bodies left over towards Elbow. It's on Aspas and Com to try and find some threat here. Try and close the gap, and Miniboo, oh my god, so evasive!
Got away!
Miniboo, you are absolutely brilliant!
Wow!
Okay. Heretics aren't out of it yet. I thought this could be the turn point here. If Lev could maybe bully them away from that bonus as well. Who knows? But that was a real moment there. Miniboo never falling too far away.
Like the same shot that
back
killed
there
him.
as they're peeling off, and we've seen them hold down sites. We saw them against Sentinels on Haven as well, about how they locked down that A site together. Here again, backing each other up, making sure, hey, you fall back, I got you. Hey, you fall back now, I got you next. And Lev, just as we talk about how they're getting the stride, they get slowed down. Benji, don't get caught by that neon slide.
No matter the instance, you gotta respect
they got
Aspas.
the trip.
Getting a little closer towards the ult here.
They just checked.
Not getting the full
There's no trip
towards
there.
the site. But the knife's gonna find a fair few connections, I can imagine.
Benji's gonna read.
It's this comp in general. When you have that breach and that neon, you're playing with fire. If you're Cypher and you're trying to get that camera in main and try to get that jump spot info, you can get punished so easily and open up the floodgates. But a missed opportunity for Lev. What I see here, though, is they've left King in B main. We usually see this type of play from Lev. They deposit players, they work the map, they cause the rotations, they manipulate it, they want to put people in certain positions.
They're 4 towards B, that's bad.
Activate King, then activate Aspas, then activate Tex.
I quite like the tempo change as well. Patience, oh, the knife. Very well timed, but do they read into this? Do they rotate? This is now going to be kind of that counter read. You can see the spam trying to find where the traditional camera that comes from Benji would be placed towards in market.
Oh my god, this is perfect from Heretics. They knifed A, they got the scan, they keep that stack towards B, and right now Lev wants to do the market split.
In they go. Benji was affected by the stun. He's still the only one revealed so far. Rienz couldn't close down on the kill,
Benji.
but Benji comes away from the stun, looks towards main and takes away King. They may have market, but it's going to be Tex's
They're
position.
going A?
It could be everything. He's carved
What are
up
you
some
guys
space,
doing?
and now it's on Boo.
That's my down 8 seconds.
Oh, has he done it?
There's no time.
He might have slowed them down just enough.
No time.
Nice. I think it's too late. I think Com knows it as well as Heretics just stay alive.
Nice.
Team Heretics,
Boo is
another
so clutch.
brilliant play. That knife scanning A. Lev knows they've been spotted there. Expect that rotation with the time left.
Yeah,
that
that
Heretics is going to over-rotate to A, but Heretics was 4 on B the entire time. Right into that trap at market, and no
I don't
time
know
to get
how
back to that A
Rienz
site.
didn't get
They
anybody.
gave so little away as well. All the contact that they kept having was basically on Benji. They got no further reads. They didn't find too much.
Good job. I love you guys.
And again, just Boo catching that one player on the cross.
Yeah.
Spike drop,
Boo.
done. That was it. That was the
12
round
kills.
wrapped.
It was
So we
usually
go
like
again here.
bottom frag.
Double
I had
digits
nothing
achieved for
against him.
Heretics.
He's a good
Lev,
player, but
they're getting
He's
close,
getting
but you're seeing them
heated
start
up.
to have to really dig deep on this one.
Showstopper found for Miniboo. That A orb was free, but it looks like Lev still split in that 3-1-1 right now. It doesn't indicate that they want to end on this B site just yet. Just pressure, look for that pickoff. Find an opening. Resuppressed again. Maybe baiting a reaction, a push from Boo to get into a precarious position over at A that Tex could punish. Here
They
comes
are
the
gonna
reposition from the
rotate, but
attackers
it's
here.
gonna be
They
a
want to
fake
come
or
over
no?
towards the A site. And I look towards Miniboo with that showstopper. And how is he going to react once that drone gets popped by Com for this
There's
re-clear?
3 on B still.
Paranoia.
I don't like this.
The timing could be everything.
Yeah.
When do they find out? When do they know?
Miniboo has to turn a flash or
Contact
something.
piece does
Yeah.
kind of remove some of the set in motion
Oh.
play that could have come through. They actually managed to do some serious damage on that. Taking away Miniboo takes away the biggest danger, the biggest threat, but Boo's still alive. Can he get it? Come, catches him before he can escape. And now the sight is in Leviathan's hands. Bond's going to be there. They got past that by doing that contact piece. They managed to evade the threat of the Paranoia, the showstopper combo. That was so diligent.
I think they should save, honestly.
But now, looking for the way back in. It's going to be King played back through. Do they check? Benji, notorious for this position. And he swings and he strikes. He only gets one, but he sets up the trade. And Leviathan do very well here.
I love that contact play from LEV. That's something that Team Heretics doesn't really have in their
They like
repertoire.
stacking
We
B,
don't
but
see
when
them
they
do
stack
those
B,
contact
they should,
plays. It's usually
like, on
heavy
A, they
util,
should be
clear
way
out
more
everything, do a util dump to
Miniboo
get to
there
that
in that
site,
spot.
and they usually miss timings because of it.
Yeah, I
But
guess
LEV
he
being able
just
to
has to
walk
hit
in
his
here as
shots.
four. The reason why it worked
Miniboo
so
tried,
well as well
but he
was
didn't
that
know where to
Boo,
TP.
He was so afraid of that flank up from middle.
It was still
There
the second
nobody
Cypher
to stop
tick-
that from
tick.
Team Heretics. No trip, no camera, no player. And because of that, he doesn't have the paranoia ready. Boo isn't in a position to spot
They
them
should have
early
saved
enough.
Pride
They've broken
when
the money. They are
tried
taking
going
these steps
for
back. It is a
for the
mountain to
retake.
climb here, even though the scoreline feels so close. But they've got some really good ults. They can bank those, maybe bring it out if they need. But we've seen rounds like this go wrong in the past. Now they've got to be on the money. The danger man is Benji.
It's going to be mid-convergence here. Team Heretics, they're all moving over to mid to re-clear.
Yes! Great shot there from him.
Wow.
Trying to bring back that weapon. Don't allow it to be an easy pickup.
And remember, they still have that
Mazino has
showstopper on
no
Miniboo. He's
money.
towards A.
He
If
buys
they
a
go back
stinger.
to A,
His
that could be
teammate is
disastrous.
5.4K.
Still, another flat. Two
What are you
flashes, no
doing?
loot here.
Re-smoke towards middle, but that Al drone is going to clear. Sees nothing so
Go
far. They've got
A.
to have an idea. They're now heading towards
Go
the site.
A.
Which one?
Are they just one way?
Take the pick here. TP
There's
higher.
info from Boo.
Sees
Four.
a green knife as well. Do they speed up? Do they slow down? 50 seconds. They can adjust.
Oh, could have
So
had a stinger.
steadily they walk
Benji has a
towards A, but
rifle.
they
Look
look
at
to be backing.
Deep trip as well from Benji. He's
Benji's
just
got the
here behind the
rifle.
box.
Benji has the gun. He is the man who can stop
He has
this.
to get, like,
Does he
2 at
hear it in
least
time? He's certainly going to hear
to
it
make
now.
this round
He's got his
winnable.
trap in play. He's got everything
hears
he
it.
needs.
He
Support's
hears
coming
it.
through. Aspas, first man in, does get
Oh,
caught and takes away
indeed, so
Benji.
hard.
That's the dream start for the double pump. They're going back towards A. They don't know. They don't know everything yet. Do they figure it out now?
Oh,
But as this
paranoia
happens,
used.
Miniboo's gone too far. He's already drifted off from this. Brilliant work from King again, giving them so much space.
Pop the showstopper already.
Showstopper.
He saw this plan.
Wait. Oh, he did go around the corner. So all of that chance is lost here. Now,
Whoa,
back
wait.
line broken. Hold on. Calm gonna pop the ult. Now there's only be a few standing. King, the one that's
Oh.
with Calm as Boo, the last one alive now.
What the fuck?
Leviathan taking them on
They
the
just
core
used
around
2
the map.
ults for this round.
But Heretics left in pieces. This is Lev's stand. Lev's chance
Wait, this might be
to
brilliant.
bring the game back here.
Oh, never mind.
And Boo knows his odds are looking pretty rotten. Leviathan, here we go. We're
we might
seeing
have
the
a close game
resilience.
on
We're
our hands.
seeing the resurgence. We're seeing them back in this game.
I see a way back in for LEV. Yes, they're showing it a couple times here or there.
I
but
don't
the
like
reason
Miniboo.
why is because
This
how they're
Rockets
leaving these
should
players.
just play
They're going
Neon.
back and forth. They do this.
can get so much more
swing.
value
They're
from
waiting for the overreaction
Neon,
from the defenders. And Team Heretics is going right into it. They're falling for it. They're over.
I left a stinger for them.
Gaps. They're getting caught and they're not winning their duels
Nothing.
anymore.
Nice.
LEV is
Oh,
starting to
pretty good.
fight back.
I left the stinger
Team
for
Heretics
them.
use their first
I am
timeout
Hungarian.
of the
I'm
series
Hungary.
to talk about what's going on. The gap is closing, and they're starting to feel it a little bit. Not only is LEV catching a stride, but now they have the reason. They're toying with how Heretics is moving around the map right now. This is so nice to see. Not only that, but Team Heretics, they used 2 ultimates in that round. Showstopper, 100. I think also who used his ultimate to get that information over towards that A main before that clear came in from LEV. So 3 ultimates on an eco round like that, when you're already in the lead. Imagine you had that for this round here.
Yeah.
You don't have that anymore. Coaches need to call that timeout. Pump the brakes. Guys, we're in the lead. Let's keep this lead. Let's not overreact. Let's tone it down a little bit. Let's breathe. Think about what to do. Let's close it out. A few more rounds. That's all we need.
LEV
Keep
has
this
so
lead.
much
Let's
money.
not overreact. Let's tone it down a little bit. Let's breathe. think about what to do. Let's close it out. A few more rounds, that's all we need. Let's get there first.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with King during this game, though. Again, it's easy to be blinded by the lights of Aspas sometimes. The guy is truly a superstar, but King, the way he gets them space, he gives them options, his timings are just perfect in this. He's been a wonder to watch. Now, with 4 rounds on this half, they've closed the gap. It's game back on. Heretics with their first time out of the entire series. Now look to find
it only
impact.
gets
And they
one.
only catch 1, I believe, on that knife. So maybe a little bit of a misinformation here.
Yeah.
See how they read this. They look to go back towards B.
Rolling Thunder.
Here comes the ult.
Oh, they're
Doesn't
playing
affect
offside
the players,
though,
however,
that's
and this dart could be huge. Benji can't close in, though. The follow-up stun has caught him. That's great. Rien's going to be warded away. This is a brawl now. How do they get out of this one? Mazzino controlling the site, trying to find security for that plant. Secure safety, but Wood, Benji, Rien's, they drop the bodies, they drop it to the ground, leaving Tex a little adrift. He finds his way forward, fighting through market, looking for a follow-up towards Rien.
What is that?
Tex with impact. Now Boo in a 1v2. And they are getting the hell away from that B site.
Who fucking
Scrappy
fucked it up
rounds.
so
Boo, 1v2,
badly?
We've seen it before, but this is still so difficult. Tex, he's been looking so different from that last half.
It's 10 to 10 right now.
Trip to watch the
They will have to
yes,
save one,
Omen is
and then
able
LEV
to get
have
past
money
that
for the rest of the
potentially,
game. Nearly.
This plant position is the only thing that scares me. If Mazzino goes down, Tex might not be able to defend that. Luckily, Boo doesn't have any teleports, just to smoke, to isolate angles and move in. Yes, he can smoke off elbow and move in, but so many angles he has to clear on the way.
How did Mini
So difficult.
Camera down.
First puzzle passed, I guess. And Tex slips a little bit deeper. So there is a 1v1 on the site here for a couple of seconds. Obviously, Boo doesn't know it. Checks to the left, dips to the right. He wants in. Tap on the spike, should draw a player forward, but he's missed him. He didn't catch the timing, and Tex catches his man. Tex in that round was instrumental at saving Leviathan.
Fuck.
When these rounds start getting hard to predict because you see kind of the what's happening, you think it's LEV, then you think it's Heretics, then you think it's LEV, but then it's Heretics, but then it's LEV again. In the end, the way that these rounds are going back and forth with
Rien's just, I don't know what he was doing.
He's close. Pick up that second kill, but that pre-take coming in from
I
Heretics
don't know what
to
you're
start
doing.
it all off.
He's close, man.
It's anyone's game still. Who wants it more?
Step by step, Leviathan are getting closer. They've broken the bank again. Boo this time. I'll do it with the Sheriff. No, I'll do it with the Classic. Now again, they don't have much to play with here for Heretics. It was just really that Guardian on Rien's, but at this point, Leviathan, there's no world where you see them just cower away from a game, just fizzle out.
Ooh. That's a
trying to
headshot.
heat up, trying to show how they got to this point. Nice little shot on Aspas, sure. But again, once they've started to let these rounds simmer, they can get the upper hand on Heretics.
So hard. They don't have any smokes. Oh no.
Timing. Oh, but King and Mazzino.
Oh.
Absolute hero, saving com there. And Rien's nice try, but not nice enough. Some opportunities,
Benji,
sure.
one of
Aspas
you
being
forward.
low, a little bit of chip damage, but still, Leviathan have taken the hard road. It was an arduous affair, but they are now
Come on,
within
Benji,
touching
you're good
distance.
for
They are
these.
at the door. They are knocking to come on in. It's 10 to 10. Game on now.
All tied up. Yeah, get the crowd involved, get them on your side right now. Second timeout in 2 rounds. The last one they used 2 rounds ago, but they saved them both.
Oh,
They
he
didn't need
crouched
to use
under
them
that
before.
last shot.
And now,
Unlucky.
what do we look at the difference between
What
how
the
Icebox was going on defense and how this map is starting to shape up? On Icebox, so many good reads from Team Heretics, staying a step ahead of LEV. We shut you down at A, we stack towards B. You come towards B, we shut you down, we move
Prince
to
should
this
not
other
have
spot.
stayed
And
there.
LEV never found the answer of how to get into the game.
Who is that?
Now, though, the pace changes from LEV, the inserting of players, King, Tex, the lurks, the audibles, the back and forth.
Oh,
It's been
no,
working so
this
well
is
for them.
actually
And Heretics
close. I
needs to be
don't
able
like
to find
it.
a stop to this again.
Well, this was the thing. It felt until this point, until this half, LEV didn't look present in the game.
Yes.
Icebox felt a little uncharacteristic. The first half didn't look good. Heretics had turned up to play fair. But where was the opponent? It took this half, and suddenly we see Leviathan showing their diligence, showing how they got here. This is the team we wanted to see, and at 10 apiece, Now we get to see who really has this map in the bag.
I also look at the scoreboard here. This is a good game. Not only are we tied up at 10-10 right now,
it was 8-4
13,
though.
14,
It's a
15,
shit
16
game for Heretics.
are the kills on the Leviathan side. And on Heretics, not a big disparity either. 16, 15, 13, 13, 11.
Where in
Everyone's
even is this?
contributing. It's back
I don't know.
and
That's
forth.
the part of the match.
It comes down to these clutch moments where some of these rounds are in 2v2s, 1v1s. It's anyone's game.
Oh,
Lev
it certainly is.
Lev have been doing better more recently on this attack side. This Dark scans them in main. Lev, do they speed up off this?
I don't. Maybe adjusting their plans a touch, but eyeing up middle still.
Want to split through market right now,
KO
potentially,
ult.
and crunch on this B guy. They do have that stun ready for Boo in main.
Hold on, Mini Boo, did he spot Aspas?
Yeah, he did. He saw him.
Defense is going to be too hard to break through anyways with Rian's Mini Boo.
Oh.
Mini Boo can swing left, spots a player. Careful now. This is so cautious between both sides. So careful.
It's
I
scary.
like how they back out together. They're ready to deal with this CT push. They don't know. They left that gap open. But Boo, you need to be able to play your life here. He's also retreating. Market's compromised at this moment. He backs off as well. They're re-clearing together, moving around together. They don't want to get caught and split.
Yeah, this is nice. This is
But
nice from
they're going to give up that B site.
TP away, TP away, TP away,
Nothing
TP
they can do
away.
about that. Boo needs to go big though.
Yeah, Boo's
Committed.
sticking around. He's staying on this. Maybe the unexpected.
Wait, the neon wall protects him from the drone.
They have no idea. Oh my god, wait, Boo could do something serious here.
What the
Rien's
fuck
gets
are you
Nitro
doing,
Market.
Rienz? This is like the third
But they
time you're
all- I mean, they know where he is now. All that surprise is gone, and look at it. The firing squad swings. Leviathan in
I don't know what
control
the
now.
fuck
Heretics,
they're
whatever the adjustment was, maybe a couple players changing place, it is not enough. Leviathan are in the lead now, taking finally the series back into their hands.
When Buzz was up here making his prediction 3-1 for Lev, it was
No, for
bold looking at
Heretics,
how
you
the game was
idiot.
going, the 8-4. But right now, again, only two real solutions for Team Heretics if they want to be able to fight back against how Lev is playing with them. One, go back to your old style, full retake, let them have the map,
Holy shit,
and
that's
deal with
fast.
it once they're committed. Or two,
Ah.
I don't actually. There's only
That's
that one.
it.
That's
That's
it.
the
That's it.
option.
That's the only option. Because right now, Lev, the way they're depositing everyone, playing with these rotations, getting the opening kills, and pumping the brakes when they realize they don't have that opening, and then being able to pivot to something else, it's working so well for them. And the reason why it's working so well against Heretics is because Heretics themselves don't know how to do that on their attack sides.
You can see them floundering here a little bit. Held on 10. It feels like a drought of rounds. It's been 5 in a row for Leviathan. Knife early, but it doesn't seem to dissuade Leviathan. They continue forward. Aspas on a heater.
What?
Oh my god! This guy is from another world when he
What?
plays like this. What are you trying to do here now? Has to fall away a little bit. The site is theirs. Juan can be in next. Nice try from Rienz, but there's safety to be found.
Spike planted.
Rolling Thunder, that's what I look to. Position safely behind that box. Just needs that info, that cue from his teammates.
Okay, it's
Do a little
GG,
fight back.
13-10, I'm calling it.
Woot. Don't know when that knife's coming back off cooldown. Should be soon. I don't know if he invests this ult. Not yet. Not without a kill.
Waiting. Patiently, flash, push. They already know where they are. Leviathan holding them at the door. There's no way in. There's no
Benji?
access. It's going to
Good
be
morning,
surely
Benji.
12. Rienz can do nothing about this. One to the left, one to the right. And look at Com's positioning. He's not going to let this one slip. Falls away from the side. Let's Rienz try and try as you might, Rienz. You still got to find another player, and you ain't got the time to do it. Com just needs to survive, and he does. It's 12 for Leviathan.
He's shooting bodies! Minus 5k.
Finally stepping up. Finally showing us a final.
Lev has won 8 of the last 10 rounds. They're
Nah,
looking
this bullshit.
unstoppable. Aspas moving forwards and getting these openings. And before, when Aspas was moving forwards and he didn't get the opening, there was no trade here. But when he's able to get that, and the rest of his team's able to come in and support from the backlines as well, take that space he gets, they're looking unbeatable right now. Completely flip the script from that first half, from that first map.
And Heretics look too stunned to even respond. They have no idea how to handle this.
Did you see how LEV's paused at the start of the round? They've played all the way back. They want to dodge whatever dart, whatever knife comes their way to shroud their actual intentions here. They see Rians has that Hunter's Fury. Woot has that KO ultimate as well. These are really good tools for a retake or for
This was
a
their
team
map
fight.
pick as
Vecino
well.
on that Rolling Thunder. Last time they used it was for some sort of B hit. They used it on market, but right now, eyeing up that A site, potentially
Espas
setting up
nearly has ult,
Aspas
that's
for that
annoying.
mid-flank on this
I haven't
pressure.
seen
But
Mini
right
get
now,
a kill in like
little bit of a
8
decision
rounds or
talking about
something.
how they want to approach this. Just
Oh
looking at the
no,
positioning of all
Boo,
the
don't
players
die
with the
first,
key
please.
ultimates. That's the stun line. 5 players towards this A site and that Rolling Thunder. It's so hard to play in the site. Boo can get out with his teleport.
I mean, that's 5. 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
Do you commit to it? You can see the hesitation. Yeah, Benji is just taking space.
Look at Rians with his line for the Hunter's Fury. He knows he can beam this line in the back.
This could be everything. He needs to find value. He needs to find a couple players here. And
He
he's
actually
doing just
tagged
that. Mazzino goes down, but they manage to survive. Leviathan now.
except
Gonna try and make it work with 4. In towards the site they go, and the plant is there.
KO ulti flash pre-take coming in next 5 seconds or so.
What do you mean pre-take?
Benji as well, but the body.
Is this or it's done? Is this or it's over? Benji.
Oh yes, finally.
For the aggression, reading it well, and King's good. I don't think he's this.
Nice.
Heretics finally
That's what we
answer
needed.
back
That's what we needed.
after a
Come on,
drought of
give
rounds.
Minibu the defuse.
A beautiful
I don't know, I
ult from
didn't see it.
Riens, softening
I
the
don't know who
targets
the-
up,
Yes,
taking a man
Minibu
down,
has ult.
and now
Nice.
giving us truly an option of OT
Okay, it's
here.
overtime.
Now Miniboo has a showstopper. Woot saves
Absolute
his ultimate as well, and
cinema.
the timing
Dude.
on this knife, that value that
He
it
tagged
got
3 and got 1
puts
kill
them
with
1
that.
round closer
Benji finally
to
gets
taking
some
us to
kills.
overtime. Lev
Nice.
still a little
Trade
bit of
for
indecision there.
confidence.
They've looked so decisive in the other moments throughout this game on their attack side, but here
They've still got so many ults, Josh. That's what scares me with Heretics. They've still got ults to bank
Yeah,
on.
they still.
You've
Yeah,
got Aspas there with
Benji
his,
saved
TP
his
for
ult.
King.
Like everybody saved
Lev
the
use
ult.
Aspas through middle on a flank on one of these rounds. Whether it be
Getting what you want.
whether it be
Just
a beast
just
to
hope
market,
that
Aspas goes to mid or
Minibu
an
doesn't
ace, but either way,
close
I want to see it.
He sees all of
And
that.
they spam it
Ah! No way.
Just
No
off the camera,
smokes.
just
Easy.
spotting the feet crossing. Benji, the value off the cam.
Yeah,
Outrageously good. Down a man to begin with, and King as a loss is a big one. He's been so impactful.
Heretics is fine to play the retake. Again, let Lev commit. Let them be where they cannot move anywhere else. Hat for the info to confirm. Maybe use a little bit too early. Wait for that spike plant, pop that, see if Calm's on that flank or not. Right now, here comes the rotation. A minute left, Lev's moving. Boo. On Icebox, you got punished that one time, but you've been so good, but getting away. Breaks the drone, perfect. Don't overstay, you're welcome.
Boo! Is this where you
Jesus, he's giving me a heart attack. This guy.
They're causing the rotations, but Team Heretics, they're fine to play that 5v4. They have 2 really crucial ults to do it.
Coming back around
back
here.
to B.
They're getting
Text,
played.
he was a monster in middle before, but now you
What
can
is
see
that
the volley from
Nice.
The showstopper's gone. That was wasted.
Dude, what is this
Did not
music?
find his man. Tech's still alive. He has controlled them, kept them cornered, and now the site under Leviathan's control.
I told you,
It's OT or it's GG, at least on this map. Com trying to pull
Minibu
away.
is
Leaves it into the
gonna
hands of
Rosa
Aspas.
again.
But you can see the KO on
Oh.
Tex. Value. Leviathan with a fire lit underneath them. But is it enough?
Nice!
They know he's Riens. They know where Tex is, surely. Benji, Riens, defuse.
Nice!
OT. Heretics taking us the distance.
Let's go.
1-2.
Oh my, that was
We
so
talk about how
close.
Team Heretics needs to respond. There's only one way they could do it. Sit back, let Lev commit, and come back with the
Wow!
Woot with that
What a
start
play.
is so mad.
And that shot.
Even after that, Tex doesn't go down to the show.
2v4! 2v4 for a
But
moment.
still, just coming out, spawn together, tandem.
Wow.
Cypher, and Sova, Riens, and Benji, they're so good at this.
On their rolls,
cinema.
you know what they
So
can
good
do.
at
You
this.
give them the Sova, you give them the Cypher. They'll give you a couple rounds, and in a moment like that, 12 apiece. In the final hour, they get bailed out. Because look at
3
that run
on
around.
A.
It was 6
Okay.
back to back, and Lev looked solid as a rock. We digress. It's OT now. It's anyone's game. Heretics on the attack, Lev on the defending side. Miniboo, initial space taken. They can fight back now. The Ops just put the boom bot into work. That's going to find connection. We've got a lot of players here, Josh.
Let's got the read. They have the trips
What
in
are
the
you?
camera. They have the players.
Big info. That's not bad, but they don't know about the third man. They do not know about Mazzino waiting. The paranoia is good, but Mazzino has to show his hand, and he does well with it, does damage with it. Rienzo trades it back even
Do they
better by
expect
taking
one
away
more?
Tex.
That's the question.
Now they saw
They
it,
do!
and they kill the
Nice!
king.
Ooh!
Rienzo takes the crown in this round, leaving
Let Minibu
Aspas and
plant.
Gom so far away.
It's going to be a very difficult retake for LEV. They have to go for this. It's
ooh.
OT. Every round matters.
Ooh, and you know it's been a good round when Rienzo's already popping that ult.
Oh, he's going to
He
get tagged
tagged
too. This is so
us.
tough. Dart's still available.
Unlucky.
As soon as they get on that spike, but the crossfire also in the site, the trip.
Oh, this is brutal to witness. You can feel how arduous it is. And look who's creeping. Boo. If they even make it through on the site, they still got Boo to handle.
Securing the round.
This is it. Around the world, putting Aspas to bed and Com.
Nice.
Nothing more to do here.
Nice.
That's 13 to Heretics. Taking back the lead after what was a long time living in Leviathan's shadow.
So difficult to deal with those situations.
Jesus.
Team Heretics, they're all in plays with their 5 players. If you play like LEV does, where
He
you have
just
2 players on
waits
other
for
side of
the
map,
other
you
guy.
cannot
I don't
connect.
know how
It's a
they knew that
5v3
there's
on the
3
site,
on
and now
A.
LEV back on that attacking side. This is where they were putting up all their rounds. Do they deposit
Rienzo
players?
stopped
Or do they
fragging the
try to punish
server.
Benji
Wood on
quickly here?
22
Rienzo's already
assists.
backing him up if Aspas slides at him fast.
What the fuck?
Here it comes. Fast
Benji
opening,
hit.
Aspas.
Flash. Aspas, his attention was drawn to the back of the site. Selfless play by Rienz.
Okay, it was just a fast opening. It wasn't a committal. To break that trip, see if they could catch anyone. The positioning from
They got
Tex
scanned
and
on
King.
purpose.
They want to play this
Aspas
round out.
walked
They
into
want
it.
to
It's a
play
fake
with
on
those
A.
rotations
But
from Team
Wu should,
Heretics again. It's been working so
read it.
well for them.
It was a real strong suit, wasn't it, during regulation?
Yeah.
Something that worked very well for Lev.
Both trips broken now.
Don't rotate, don't rotate, don't rotate. It's
Aspas.
all a fake. They have to invest a drone into
Those
this.
late knives were so
Oh.
nice as well, though, spotting out where Lev were deciding to eventually head towards.
This is a very interesting position because
They
that
should hear
drone
the
nuclear on A
Cypher.
from
What
LEV at
the
the same
hell?
time. The Aspas get spotted at B. They know that LEV is split across the map. There's no
just
real
want to
threat for
get
the
the
next
time low.
15 or 20
They
seconds
still
or so.
have nade.
It's this
Nade
next
it.
contact that's going to mean everything.
Wow.
The dart to reclear
Minibu
close into
with his
B site
balls.
right now.
Jesus.
And Woot, when does that knife come for that A info?
Right there,
He should
right
leave it
there,
for-
right again.
yeah.
He's so good at the timing on this.
Oh my
Speaking
god,
of
that's
out,
why he
There's
has
no
so many
time for them to
assists.
commit back to B. If they do, they need to go to market
Jesus.
through Benji. And Minibu here with that paint shell.
Jeez.
One gets the paint shells.
3,
Lev,
2,
Aspas,
1.
you need
Towards
this.
him, and he's going to fall off the angle. Minibu can post the paint shot, buy some time. 15 seconds now, they have to respect it. Time to work forward,
No
time
time,
to
no
face
time.
the music here. Leviathan going to take the first strike, though. Nice work towards the site. Sweeps it clear.
They
Heretics
cannot-
go down.
oh.
Juan's coming in. They've got the 2-man advantage. Yeah, Com's barely alive, but he is alive. And that's the important factor here. You've got
He's going
Rienz,
flank.
you got Benji, you got Woot, but you got
Lame.
Com on the around-the-world flank. Little by little, he's closing that gap. They may be ahead of the smoke, but they won't be ahead of him. And Woot, yeah. Oh
Wow,
my
we're
God,
going
hold
again.
on. But Com, the back line hero, removes all danger,
Okay.
all threat, and we go again.
Wow.
Man, that round was so close.
Why are you
The
waving?
reason why Lev was able to swing it around, that stun line coming in, Boo took his
Check timeout.
crosshair away from that one-way
His headset
smoke.
doesn't work.
I believe it was Com's dart that might have scanned him. Com, he's locked out by this one-way
What is
smoke.
Boo
but
doing
once
there?
that dart comes
What
in
the
and scans Boo from the
Wow.
back, that opens up the floodgates for everyone to come out. Beautiful work, and again,
that shit?
Lev
You see that
on
shit?
their attack side, showing why they're so good in these mid-rounds. Team Heretics, now they're on their attack side. Death Ball versus
The hell?
slow, methodical manipulation plays.
Pretty sure Com might have pulled his headset on that one,
Yeah.
if I'm honest. Might
Yeah,
turn
he
it
did.
around a little bit.
I
Don't
saw
know
it.
his Moment.
He's like,
Happens.
my headset doesn't work.
I do love the reaction there of seeing the old EG team, obviously. Potter and Jorgamo in the crowd, watching Com playing here in this situation. A little bit of pride between the two of them, but Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's why they're
Probably just
cheering.
gonna wait for his headset to hopefully get fixed. I mean, maybe I'm making assumptions, but he has a port and he was pointing to his headset. So you know what? I'll put those pieces of the puzzle together.
When you stand up abruptly as you win a big round, especially when you were the difference maker there.
Absolutely.
I have no idea when he launched that dart or where it landed and why
So
Boo wasn't
good.
able to take care of it, but that opening kill that Boo got.
Wait, there's no way.
I mean, you have to think about it.
Yeah.
There was like 13 seconds left on that clock. If that kill doesn't come in on that timing,
Yeah.
Team Heretics probably closes out that round as well.
Verbeat.
Looks
LEV.
like we're good.
They pushed it to OT. I mean,
Oh, I
they
know
got
where it
OT
is.
earlier. Team
Yeah.
Heretics bring it back. Team Heretics could have had the lead right there. Instead, we go again. Now everything slowed down. A different approach. LEV contacting through middle on their
Easy.
defense side. Again, the mind games come into play once you hit that overtime.
Oh, it turns into a totally different game, doesn't it? It can kind of shed the realities that you've learned through regulation.
Aspas noted.
Hello. There's
Depth
Aspas
is
in
ready.
the middle.
Sight is clear on that
The
knife.
bridge is so
But
annoying.
the pre-tick is ready.
Yeah, looking to see them work off this, but I don't think it's as effective as they'd hope here. But it's the pressure from CT that could be the surprise.
Wait.
But it's Miniboo and Wood looking
What?
blind, but still hitting.
Wow.
How the hell did Wood get that kill on Com? I do not know, but it works well. And look at the advantage so early on.
Wow.
I like that tempo change. I like that pressure through CT, but somehow Heretics was so ready.
We got a game. We got a game.
This is so difficult again. A 2 versus 5 this time. For LEV, this is so difficult to break
Breach
through.
is no ult, no
Miniboo
usual, I
Rans
mean.
both close to their ultimates. If either of them get a kill here,
Oh, Zeno trying so.
Ew! Stop shooting him, you fucking
The
asshole!
round isn't going your way. Texan giving it a good old try, but I think they've done more than enough here, Heretics.
Oh.
Zeno desperate to try
Hold
and take
on.
a stand, but at this
Look at-
point, time's
Nice.
against him. Heretics, lovely form in that.
Nice,
Again,
nice.
I quite liked what Lev tried to do, but it just didn't seem to be, I don't know, catching off Heretics. They seem so aware.
They just
it was almost like they were
got
getting
blind
PTSD
kills,
from that
almost.
moment
the
against
hell?
EDG when
That's how they got it.
yeah.
Unlucky.
Oh.
Oh!
How they got it.
Right
See, when I
here.
said
Oh,
I
makes
don't
sense.
understand how they won
Through
that.
smoke.
Two of
I mean,
those.
this is what I'm saying. Like, this is how some of these rounds. Lev lost yesterday against EDG, for example. EDG is so good at those smoke spams, and whoever makes it through this round here is going to have to face that again in the
Oh, I
grand
hope
finals.
it doesn't go more than
But
5
Team Heretics,
maps.
again
I
in the
mean,
lead.
what? I hope
They win
it
that
doesn't go
round.
more than
They
4
use their
maps.
OT
That's what I
pause right
wanted to
now.
say.
They want to close it out.
I want to
they
go
have that
sleep,
defense.
please.
The defense hasn't been great for them. They've been winning in the last 2 rounds
Heretics
of relegation,
timeout,
but
okay,
the
interesting.
overall entire defense half and in OT, they haven't been picking up these rounds. They haven't been converting. So right now, coach input comes in.
Oh, there's
What
a
do they
Lotus
have
paper
planned?
he just showed
What do
to
they
the
want to
camera.
change?
Uh-oh.
How are they going to catch Lev off
Uh-oh.
guard? Letting
It's
Lev
on the
commit
VOD.
was working.
People?
Until it wasn't. Now, what else do you have in store? And Lev, how are you going to respond to this timeout? You've been taking that B main fast. You've been trying to catch Benji, and then you've been manipulating these rotations in the mid-round. It's been coming down to the wire. The last few seconds of the round, where 1 or 2 crucial kills at a specific timing
Hands on 24.
has gotten you
Aspas
into
didn't
that
get a
winning
kill
position.
in last
Do you
5,
have it
6
in you
rounds.
to do it again?
5 rounds.
13 to 14. What do you guys got?
Wooden
question.
23
The
assists.
answer awaits.
Pre-aimed at that knife.
Wood's been good with these. It's that second
It's
one that he
unbreakable,
gets that
no?
he's just been able to somehow find them time and time again.
This is a change-up of the defensive setup. Benji over towards A. Hasn't been here before. Dodging that knife. It's been done before by Lev. And instantly on this A contact. Smoke, stun. They're in here.
Pacey.
Will they expect that Benji trip? Aspas on that slide.
Oh wait, Benji's
Well, because
on A. I
it's
just
been Boo,
don't
it's been
remember.
Miniboo over here traditionally, and if more often than not, Lev have been winning that fight now.
Don't
They've
shoot
really
your
got that
cam.
tempo down. Re-entry clearing middle.
They have to expect this trip. There's no defense here. If Aspas swings into this, Benji gets that first kill, that cage gives it away.
This should be everything they need to know here. Smoke just went up towards short as well, but I'm looking at the options that Wood has. Does he play forward? No, he's going to pop a flash towards it, but that's about it. They haven't stepped towards the side just yet until now. Benji's in a lot of danger here.
Yeah, he
Currently
is.
corralled into the corner,
Ooh.
and they're very cautiously taking the space on the side.
As I watch this main action on A, I think about this Boo versus Tex minigame that's going to play out over the next 20 or
How
30
are they
seconds or
gonna-
so. Knife
This is so
misses.
weird, interesting.
Gets one.
Uh-oh.
Benji has to be forced out of this position.
Benji is in so much danger.
So
nearly isolating him a couple of times here, but this pause on the site, just give him pause for thought. Getting paranoid about middle, about a flank. Now they go for the plant here. Leviathan toying with time.
Speaking of paranoid, there is no paranoia in play. Boo across the map. He needs to group with his team. He needs to get the value from his paranoia.
Late. So very late. Mini Boo, the one to be affected by the paranoia coming out from LEV. And LEV have 5 players on the side, and they've got no reason to move just yet. Waiting with the guards.
Second smoke comes out elbow.
This is it. It's go time. It's the go signal. King, Com, waiting on the side. The paranoia is good.
Beautiful flashes.
And Mini Boo flies in, but it's Boo to find Tex, and suddenly they're falling like flies. King can
Yes! I don't know what happened! But he
LEV
made it so close, making me think for a moment that they were going to take this map. But in the final moments, Team Heretics are able to bring it back. And it's unreal. We're going to see them take that Sunset map and take it into map 3 Abyss with that 2-0 lead in the series.
Let's go. This podium here. Dude. I want to see that round. I didn't see shit there. Okay, I don't need to hear this. 54 meters, by the way. I've just had that one. Oh fuck, where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? I forgot where it was. Fuck. It was like south. It was Panama. It was Panama City. Oh, it's here. It's this one. I don't know where, but it's this. I think it's here on this bridge. Oh, never mind. Look at this. I'm so good at this game. Oh, fucking hell. It's the biggest monument of I don't know, it's somewhere here. Yeah, I told you, in Mali. The hell? Orange thingies. And Garage Bonnevo Viaducte Pista Barre. It's France. Yeah. Where in France is this? This looks like Paris. Wait, can I go closer? Oh, what the f... Monument Defenso di Monter. Is there something like Monter? Nens... Montpellier. Sounds like Monter. Oh fuck, it's Luxembourg. Okay. Shit. Still... okay. Oh. Wait, what? I thought I know, but I don't know I know. I don't know I know. Buenos... Oh yeah, I know. But I don't know. I don't know which city it is in. Is it Madrid? It's like this family thing. No? Is it here? Palace Real. San Francisco Basilica. I don't know. I don't know if it's in Madrid or Barcelona. I'm so stupid. Don't think it's here. Oh, it is. Oh, it is here. Ah! So we're here. Ah, the taxis. We're right here. Lol. Okay, it's the small. What the? I know where this is. Kiev. It's on the. Wait. I actually am confused a little bit. The river is on the east, so it's on the western side, and it should be here. Minister. No, it's not this one. It's like a big monument there. I've not been there, but yeah, Ukrainian monument. So basically under this one here. I'm so good at this game. I don't know. I don't know this one though. It's Britain. Looks like Britain. Great Britain is loving memory. Move to the Rock Cashel, who died in 4th August. But where did they die? That's the important. Thanks. Did not help much. Dude, what? It's like old. Everything is old. What the hell is this? Wait. Is there signs? Oh. The Rock of Cashel. Oi brecha comida asipila. Chromax Chapel. So, Rock Cashel. I don't even know where this is. Is this like here? Ireland. There's literally something called Ireland. Little Iceland, Ireland. What? Funfair Park, okay. Oh, I hate all of this shit. I don't know where this is. I have no idea. I don't know. Wales? It should be. I don't know. Let's do this. Oh. Yeah, it was here. Cash hell.
So we were ready to play against Leviathan, we were ready to play LEG after.
Team Heretics, they are 2-0 up in this lower bracket final best of 5, and everybody's excited. We're excited, the fans are excited, the vibes are good. Who's having a good time?
I mean, that match was insane. The overtime there, I don't know how Team Heretics pulled that off. After the amount of rounds they lost in a row in that second half.
Yeah, I thought it's done
ridiculous.
for. I thought it's
I'm shocked. I mean, it just keeps
10-13.
happening with these teams. Like, they keep going these overtimes, they're crazy back and forths, and this time around, though, Heretics is able to get it on their map. Just a really tremendous turnaround that they
10
had.
out of
Made some good adjustments at the
12
very end when they needed it in the heat of the moment, but it looked shaky there for a while.
I did, but I'm glad that we got that overtime. We missed it in that first map of Icebox. I was like, oh boy, it's going to be a very different story, but this one, it went the distance and delivered on all fronts.
It really did, and I think that
LEV have
Leviathan,
to be
even recovering
depressed
into this a
from
bit,
this
was so
shit.
impressive because this first half, I think they looked pretty weak. They were going for a lot of these early set ideas, sending Ospas in off a breach stun, and so often Team Heretics was waiting it out, baiting out these set plays, getting the a lot of these early set ideas, sending Ospas in off a breach. A lot of these early set ideas, sending Ospas in off a breach stun, and so often Team Heretics was waiting it out, baiting out these set plays, getting the early advantage, and then closing out in these late rounds. Sure, we had some moments like this with Ospas clutching up and keeping them in it, but by and large, this is a map about main boots dominating the first kills and shutting down those set plays.
Yeah, and he's been looking so good. We were scratching our heads when they went up against DRX. We saw the pivot away from that Neon. I mean, you think about the Neon, you're like, okay, they're going to sunset their map, and they're making a change. Why? And then he absolutely hooks DRX. I think he dropped like 20 and 9 or something in that set. His ACS was through the roof, as you saw there, and that continues here. Showstoppers, maybe a little bit of work on those, but
Yeah,
overall,
Showstoppers
the Raze performance and
is
pivot, I like
weakness.
this from Heretics.
Yeah, that brings us to our HyperX reflex moment, and this is from Rians. We had quite a few moments, I felt like, in that map, Clint, that could have been a HyperX.
No, they were like this from Heretics.
Yeah, that brings us to our HyperX reflex
fuck
moment,
off.
and this is from Rians. We had quite a few moments, I felt like, in that map, Clint, that could have been a HyperX.
No, there were crazy plays. I mean, Ospas started to heat up on the Neon. He was having some amazing ones too, but this right here is so brilliant. The util timing, absolutely perfect, wins them the round, gets the kill on the Ospas right before it gets to half, and that makes sure that the W's cannot come through. He was stellar, not just here in the utility, not just what we're seeing in this replay, but throughout the entirety. I think he ended as a top fragger for Heretics, and for the entire map, he is insane. One of the best players we have in the world right now.
If Team Heretics close out this map and end up winning that finals, I think there's
256 ACS.
For Heretics, and for the
fuck
entire
off.
map, he is insane. One of the best players we have in the world right now.
If Team Heretics close out this map and end up winning that
155
finals, I
damage.
think there's a really clear argument for Rians being the MVP of champions. This guy's had an outstanding performance every match,
Yeah.
winning critical clutches to keep them in close games, having consistently excellent utility, and delivering in individual moments more than almost any other initiator player at this event right now.
I mean, we talked about it maybe somewhat jokingly in the pre-show, but this guy has been statistically the best performing player on this team throughout their run here at Champions, and that is continuing. on this Sunset and maybe into this next
Love
map here
Ben.
for Abyss as well, because he's going to be
Heretics
just
ban
as important on
Ascent.
this one.
Nice.
He is going to be
Okay,
indeed.
next
And let's
Abyss.
talk about this.
Close it out on
Abyss,
Abyss,
because this was
please.
Lev's
3-0.
choice. They had a couple of choices. They could have gone a few
If it goes
other
low,
places. What did you make of this decision?
I mean, I think for sure in their minds, they have to be feeling like we can definitely do this. Like the mistakes we made against EDG yesterday, very, very fixable. Like Mimi was talking about early, the macros there. It's just some of those micro decisions, how they can clear some of those angles. Like EDG was giving them that space in mid and then holding like B-Link and other angles outside of mid and then setting up crossfires there to try to deal with Leviathan's pushes through there. And so I think if you just find ways to either save a little bit extra util to clear those some flashes, some things like that, you have the opportunities to take advantage of that space and make those execs a little bit easier on yourself.
These two teams couldn't have
just find ways to either save a little bit extra util to clear those some flashes, some things like that. You have the opportunities to take advantage of that space and make those execs a little bit easier on yourself.
These two teams couldn't have more of a contrast in their year thus far. Leviathan, they were expected to be in these positions to come out here and win at events like Champions. They haven't achieved that yet, and they're against a team who's now 2-0 up, who went into this year with 4 brand new rookie players and are on the eve of their second international final set.
I mean, this is everything for Leviathan. They have to now pull off a reverse sweep, something that happens so very rarely. If they can't make that happen, we are not going to have any repeat trophy lifters. No one will have lifted that Champions Trophy in the past. This is do or die for Aspas and Calm. And now that they start on that attack, my eyes once again do go to Aspas. Can he be that tip of the spear that was lacking for them yesterday versus EDG?
And this is an opportunity for Team Heretics. Every single best of 5 they have ever won on this roster has been a 3-0 Pansy and Steel. This could just be their time.
It could be. It certainly could be. There's every opportunity. But again, those grand finals of champions are truly reserved for greatness. And now Heretics are one away. They've done everything they needed. A reverse sweep is required, Josh. I mean, LEV were heating up. They were getting back in that second half there on Sunset. Signs of life. Have you got faith?
LEV, they were hitting their stride, but we saw from Heretics what they were doing. They were delivering to us this new kind of new look, this aggressive, confident style. But when LEV started toying with them, that's when we saw Team Heretics. They got to revert back to what their old bread and butter was, what got them this far in the first place, and they were able to pull that out in a time of need. And it shows the depth that they have now. LEV, yes, their attack side was brilliant on that
top 3
second map of Sunset. It needs to be brilliant to get
Maybe
here,
like Jin,
and they need to be able to close it out in that second half once they get defense. The double controller is going to help them with setting up these plays. That was working so well for them on Sunset, depositing players, causing misdirection, setting up these lurks that Tex is able to capitalize on. Aspas getting that front lines. A little bit of
bravado.
Yeah.
Just showing off the attention. And again,
scary.
This is just one of those reminders, and it's a rare occurrence, that it's not about the journey, it is about the destination. And this time, one more map and it's the grand finals. As said, a rare occurrence. So you're going to see this hesitance, this caution, this
it's not even a
slow,
fake.
steady, meticulous approach. And
Wait, is a double,
he's
triple
creeping closer.
fake?
These two are the heavy hitters.
These
the 1-2 punch. Who's on the other side? It's Boo. The
Boo's gonna
backbone,
1v2
the
them.
one who's been keeping this safe at times, the one who's been securing Heretics these rounds. Pixel shown, and the trap is sprung. Tex with a great shot, opening up the map, smoke up towards heaven, spikes on the way.
Unlucky, I guess.
Difficult retake for Team Heretics without the smokes on Boo.
Yeah, it's
Sheriff's in
really
play.
difficult.
And a stranglehold on these choke points. It's going to be so difficult to break through. Minibu Rans have Sheriffs of their own. They need these fights. They need the win.
Okay, but Aspas still drops a body. Mazzino doubling down on it. It's Benji. It's just Benji, and he's got so much to do and doesn't have it in him this time. Leviathan get things started right.
They have many
a good start to their attack side, and already a glimpse of what they have in store for us. The split
rounds.
pressure. King moving up at A, breaking those trips. That pressure at middle with Mazzino's walls to get that just misdirection, that doubt put in the back of Team Heretics' mind. And it creates that opening for Aspas and Tex, the two heavy hitters with those Sheriffs in hand, to walk up and take that isolated fight on Boo at B, opening up the gates for the rest of the team. The start LEV need. Team Heretics, this is on them to show that they are worthy to defend against LEV's attack side right now.
Defense on this
And it is a totally different, a real stark contrast in their current situation. As said, for LEV, it's do or die time. There is no other way out here, really. You win it or you die. That's the simplicity of champions now. And on the other side for Heretics, they've got safety of 2 maps. They can, you don't want to say sit back, but they're not fighting for their life right now. So there is that fire still smoldering underneath LEV. Aspas looking for a target, but doesn't find one.
Super deep with this Outlaw, knows that just one bullet needs to connect to take them out. Right now, LEV has that map split. Into that A site they go. That spike is planted, but the kills, they want to rack him up. Mazzino, he wants to get to his ultimate. He's 3 orbs away.
Oh my God.
Get all 3 right now.
Blood straight on through, it's Tex! Popping the hell off, 3 back-to-back with the Sheriff. And we asked a lot of Tex before, and he started to warm up. Now we're starting to really see him hit that stride. Double swing, and they hit. Aspas prowling. You can't run away from him. That's 2 now for LEV.
They only have
This is when the game gets on. Team Heretics needs to start picking up the rounds right now. Because yes, this needs to be a reverse sweep for LEV to be able to come back and win this entire thing. And already 2 maps
what are
down,
they jumping?
That means that they've expended
killed 3
energy to
people
get
that
here,
were jumping.
but so has Heretics. And not only that, now LEV is warmed up. Maybe it's one of those things where it takes a map and a half to get warmed up enough, but they're looking on fire, on point right now. It's a matter of, can they continue this? Same opening as Pistol around here.
King. Normally that odd timing. For now, though, going to be thwarted away. And actually, they look ravenous for this kill. Look how far Miniboo was willing to chase this.
But still, that's deep info right now for Team Heretics. They're playing aggressive and confident. This is how they open up the last 2 maps.
But I like what Mazzino's doing. If you're going to take over that A space, we can then try and pressure you to pull you back. We could split on you. We could crunch over towards A main. I like what he's doing. They've not followed that pathing, but it's pulled these players back.
This is going to make this entire half interesting.
Miniboo, so brave to stick around on this.
Push off the line. The defaulting. Both teams just pushing each other back ever so slightly, gently, some resistance. But look at how soft this defense is for Team Heretics.
This is hard. Look at his trip.
What? They're so afraid to play their 5-man retakes because there's always a threat of a lurk. Look how split they are. I've never seen them this spread apart before. Boo and Benji.
Here comes the punish. Boo, the position is pretty good. They've got to be aware there's a chance. They seem none the wiser, but an exceptional trade for Com. Keeping them with a good chance towards the site to at least get the plant. Now Benji's an island overwhelmed, and the bonus looking deadly for LEV. That's a plant, and that's safety. Miniboo, Rienz, and Wu, they're not here in time.
This looks bad, honestly.
This is tough. Again, Boo down, no smokes in play.
Yeah, Boo
Rienz
going
is alive,
like,
Dizzy, Dart. This is their opening here with that Cove.
They got to go now. They got to try and close down on these kills. And Wu's done so damn well. He's got Wingman ready. Tex is there, though, and Tex has been sharp.
They're going for the spam on the wingman.
It's not working. I'll tell you for free. It's working. What a
wow. I did not expect them to win.
Theirs, but it was the bonus. Again, if we talk
he saved
the
Bulldog, not the Guardian.
It's not the worst situation, but Josh,
like Boo on this, he should have just went a little bit forward,
It actually was pretty good. That wall coming up, if it's normally
what is this sound?
It's easy to spam them. That wingman being on that ball, allowing Woot to be able to counter spam through with his Phantom. That's what caught LEV there. But still, it got really close. That was a bonus. That defense was spread apart. The defenders at B got melted without enough kills. And it still came down to the wire. Team Heretics needs to be cleaner.
Bloody hell, Tex. He's a scary player, isn't he? The second he sees him, just swats them like flies. But does Boo manage to keep his life? He does. Big from Boo, but he could be traded.
Spot the arm.
Oh, he's dead to rights. Com puts him to his grave instantly.
Won't expect a third player here, though. There's no way they expect Woot. But they're going to drone anyway. They were thinking about it.
Went for the ult instead. Fair play. Woot's in a real spot of bother here. Like, what are you meant to do in this?
He can sit back here. It's so hard to flush him out. They have no AoE. One shot.
He can't get away, though. If he stepped too far. Punished. Aspas. Waiting.
Okay.
Rien's going to find Mazzino. I'm surprised he got away with that, but angle wasn't there.
This
and actually, wards off
on
Aspas.
Pass the trips. Calls the team back. We've
King
seen
doing
this.
king things.
We've seen this. He needs to make sure he doesn't go too far, though. On Icebox, he did overextend. Once got one tap snapped by Rien's, that Snowman. He can't let that happen again, so he's just going to hold his
Benji ulted.
from Benji. Confirms that information, and now King needs the group. But still, 3-on-2. If they play this properly, Lev should have this round. The double flank coming into play here. And Lev, they secure. Wait, they're splitting up. Why are they splitting up?
Whoa,
Why have they done this? Okay, just jiggling for
Okay,
info.
that's fine, that's fine. That made me nervous, but Benji is creeping closer. It's Aspas he's got his fight with. Com up against Rien's. Benji up against Aspas. Aspas wins
Outlaws
his fight.
such
Leaving Rien's
bullshit,
in a 1v3.
bro.
Caution on the corner. Tucks away from the dart. He knows he's got to fight around this.
Yeah, save.
doesn't
Nice,
fancy it.
good decision. I like that.
Dipping away, shifting away. He has to give this up. And again, we talk about the impact of King here, and I have to reiterate it.
Okay, nice
In this, it's not reflected in the scoreboard. So people may look at the stats and not see the impact he's had. But in this round, he got far too close on that B side. All the meanwhile, he was pushing through A. His timing, great. Yes, the hat tempered him, but he still got them a free side.
That's the strengths of Lev's attack side right now. Yes, King has been doing it this series, but they have so many players that are capable of it.
Oh.
Sometimes they leave Aspas on that super deep island to be able to call everyone back and walk up and take his duels. Right now, this series, it is King, though, and Team Heretics, they have to make a decision. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an early timeout from the coaches just to get ahead of what's going on right now, because their aggression put down by Tex. When they play super passive, they get all their trips broken. They're afraid of those late flanks and the retakes. What else does Team Heretics have in store? LEV, their attack side's unstoppable right now. I think they've lost 2 attack rounds basically since Sunset second half came into play. Aspas still on that outlaw. And again, Team Heretics, they didn't have the economy for heavy shields all game. Now Aspas could rack him up.
And I do like the gun buddy on it as well. Knowing who his target eventually will be. You'll catch a glimpse on that.
Yeah. Another slow
EDG
opening from
buddy.
Lev. We've come to expect this. The camera in that secret room just tapped on a timing from Benji to keep an eye on that. Here comes the info from Miniboo, but still, just classics in play. The Vandal on Rien's over at that B site. And here comes that split. Lev, pressure on A. The walk up on B. If Rien's gets to tap these B players out.
What the hell?
Getting real
That's Harbor, that's
dangerous
Omen,
here.
that's Sova spotted over at A. Do they budge? No. Rien's 4 players for the defense.
Wait.
Stay here. Tex,
Wait.
Aspas.
This read could be everything. The spike slowly coming over there. No
Nice!
idea was around the corner.
How did Benji
now with
get
that
him?
surprise, do they back down? Do they surrender? No, they go
Oh,
forward.
there's no time to go back.
Audacious.
So
But
close.
time, you're right, 18 seconds. They've got to speed
They're
up.
still
on this
here.
one.
Stay,
They've got to
stay,
somehow calm
stay,
the path.
stay,
10 seconds.
stay.
They send Aspas in. Give us options. Give us something.
Jesus.
Help me out. Ult speed poured on Benji.
Wow, wow.
Trade. Selfless in the moment. The plan is in though. King and Mazzino got to dig deeper.
You're dead, you're dead, you're
Mazzino,
dead.
where do you go here?
Wow.
Diffuse
Rien's is
Cypher.
diffusing
They gotta
though.
get him off this. They gotta stop
Ew.
it. They can't stop the roll. They can't stop the diffuse.
Nice. Ooh. Fucking
Wow. That is a master class, Thrifty, right there from Team Heretics. We've seen them
Double
try to
headshot
pull
with
out
the-
rounds like this, where Boo is on an island trying to make enough presence for them to go to the other site.
Benji did so well.
They
Secured them
overcooked
2
it. They were
kills by
doing the
just
same thing that's
jumping.
been working for them right now.
A 0-5 mini boost sent them running. A 0-5 mini
0 to
boo with a
5.
classic sent them all the way around.
Rien's, the Team Heretics is so good right now at not budging. And Lev, if they accelerated everything a little bit earlier, they would have had time to go all the way back to A.
100%.
They didn't have the time.
Okay.
What? Wow, this
Tough little
spot.
corner to play out.
Wow!
No idea that
Benji!
class. Mazzino and Tex. The back line of comm there.
Wow,
They don't have
that
any
setup.
access, they don't have any layers. They don't have that look. So few options.
Holy
really
shit.
difficult round. All off the back of Benji in that cage. An evolution of what we expected from Heretics.
Jesus Christ.
And LEV, it almost feels like a tilt call. They played the round so slow. They played themselves. That this round, let's go fast. They go fast, but they go into a trap. Miniboo there. Benji there. Trips are there. And now, 3 on 5.
Oh, Miniboo, did you
didn't
see
see
the
it?
cape?
Don't know if he saw the cape.
That might be an opportunity.
Oh.
It looks like Heretics are getting a little restless. They want this round wrapped.
Benji wants an ace! Ace, ace, ace,
Unless the cape is
ace!
Superman, there's nothing that Calm can do in
Ace,
this position.
ace,
that spike
ace,
is it's gone.
Okay, this would be the most heroic play of his life.
He's not gonna expect. Oh,
That's
he
one.
is.
14 seconds. They need the spike and they needed it now. The hat on the body, this has pulled enough of the interest here. They now know 8
Wait,
seconds.
Benji just ulted
I think this
again.
one is done.
He ulted last round.
Neuron
Let's
securing
race! Oh, he's running away.
I don't know if he's going to be able to
Freaking
find Calm at
coward.
this point. So the ace is not going to be achieved, but again, Benji in that position, set into
so
motion.
good.
Josh, it feels
All
like you're walking
headshots
to a
as
trap.
well.
You're right.
This needs to be a pause in
Oh.
the action for LEV. Right now, they lost 2 in a row. Not the end of the road. But let's digest how they lost those 2. The first one, they went way too slow. Way too slow. They played themselves. Second one, they went way too fast. If they find that sweet spot in the middle, take that map control, sow in some
they're
doubt
broke.
in the minds of Team Heretics, and
What
then
was
play
that
that
poor
round
kid,
with
bro?
enough time that
He's
they
gonna
can
be
bail if
famous
they need
because
to.
of eating.
That's where they need to find themselves. But a switch up, Team Heretics at mid with that up on Miniboo.
Oh my god.
LEV walking into the lines, and again, there's no way. Okay, the drone spots them out. Cancel the strat.
Good protocols. I mean, he still
What is
fancies a go, and they're not backing down either.
Ooh.
Finally, it looks like they've accepted their fate and fallen away from middle, but you can see Aspas is still sticking around with Tex. Not completely relinquishing the chance of it, and Miniboo, the readjust
He's not
perfect.
Kang, but he's
Nice
good.
common opportunity into this round.
I look at the setup, I'm looking at Sunset right now. This is exactly how Team Heretics plays it, with the same people, same spots and everything.
And I feel like after getting contact on those players, you know there's still a chance they're in middle.
Careful.
Yeah, Wu knows it. Reading the
Nice,
game well,
nice
understanding what Aspas wanted to achieve here.
They're pinging it. You can see
What's
that they
happening?
know that the smoke comes
Yeah,
in.
Rian's
Aspas
is holding
lurking. Rian's picking up that angle.
it.
Ready to take that fight.
Ooh.
Spots Aspas, knows that
Close.
this kind of like play towards A might be in play.
Tex!
B.
What? How does he get away?
Oh, as well, they really want to try and make something out of nothing. You got the 2 rifles, King and Mazzino with them. All players basically on the A side have to scramble over. Woot back to the wall. There's nowhere to go. You can't backpedal now. Aspas puts him to his grave, creates opportune chances.
Behind you! Behind you!
Which poison he wanted. King puts him out of his misery. The pawn's there. They made the path themselves,
Wow, that's
carving a way
difficult.
forward. The Miniboo's already drawn blood. Location noted, however, makes this harder. Anyone dare take a fight against him? The timing!
what?
Aspas, when you
Why
need
does
it
Miniboo
most,
not
gives
aim?
Leviathan chance, gives them opportunity, and Boo
He
needs
picks
to
up the
bow
ult.
out of the round.
Speaking of opportunities, Aspas reclaims that op. Tex
What? Tex?
off the map.
Tex, hello? A mini boy's talking. Nice. They have some
But
plans going.
When we come back to the drawing board, when we talk about what's going on
How
in these
did Tex
rounds,
fall?
this is how Team Heretics actually starts faltering on their defense side. Is these splits on B site. Benji, Fu, whoever is there is so good at defending against the hit coming from in front of them. But once that split comes in
Dude,
from that
phrasing
side,
on this map has to be
that's
pain
when
in
everything
the
falls
ass.
apart, because the position that they have when they play this passive means
don't
that they're
know.
caught between a
No.
rock and a hard place. They can get shot
So
on the
hard.
side. They
Oh,
need to
he
be able
shot
to
as
push
well,
and fight
empty.
hard commit into either middle or B. To mid or to B main. You can't be caught in between both places. So frequently, Team Heretics gets caught there, but now Aspas picks up that operator. Miniboo still gets his out. Now we're gonna see.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
It's like
I mean, it's a
enough
third-sided
damage.
match,
Like,
so
double down.
Heretics
But I
doing
like
well.
this. I like this kind of
Aspas
pressure mid
kept
more.
the
I like
dub.
the Aspas. I mean, showed how far you can get on that. Literally right up the gut through B-Link, pressure upon pressure. The rest of them splitting that B site. I'd say they are one of the most diligent teams in my mind at kind of playing this map out how I feel like it should. But what's my opinion worth? Let's see if Aspas can do it again. There's 4 players this time. He's got an army against him. And Mini Boo already going to fight.
Wow.
Absolute shutdown.
Wow.
Shut out in middle. There's no more access here. Heretics hated that last round. They want no more of that.
Whenever we have a moment in the round, don't know who's there, DJ maybe. I need to see this
They're playing
camera
so
on
patient
Benji
as
right
well.
now
They have
over
trips, they
towards
don't
B.
have to do
What is
anything.
that covering? It's got to be insane information. Lev still 2v5, trying to play out the round. 45 seconds remain, and that ultimate on King as well.
Scary players
Are they
alive as
going
well.
for
We've seen
this?
Tex and King
Tex should
both
save.
giving them opportunities,
They both
but
should
that door
save.
still has to break. So they still have to give away the intention to a degree. You've got 2 players there ready to meet them. You'd need Tex to alleviate that pressure. So it's all about layers to this.
30 seconds left.
King's trying to create that opening for Tex to sneak through, but
Rien says the
Heretics
read well.
not
The
budging.
timing, they're trying to time this to try and split their attention, divide and conquer. Boo's not going to fall for it, and they know where Tex is. The intention, I get it. The execution, not going to work out. And slowly but surely, you can try and take fights. It doesn't matter. Heretics are back in the game.
Very nice.
The problem there is
There's
even
your camera.
if there's the camera, amazing.
A wall, like classic Prius.
Maybe get the 180 on that one next time, but oh good. The problem with that a round like that in the end is that even if you do end up getting a kill, let's say Boo goes down in heaven,
Oh,
the
that's
rest
a
of the setup is
headshot.
there's no way.
How did
I
Aspas
like how
miss?
Team Heretics is realizing how Lev is working the map, spreading them apart, and they just realize, let's fight
Anybody's
for
doing
2
7,
of
that's
3
not
spots.
good.
We're going to pick
But he
middle,
doesn't like
we're going
this
to pick
map.
A. B,
I heard.
we play the retake. We're good at
It's
it.
not
Who
his.
cares? We got the
Benji
conflict
likes
divide.
it.
We're chilling.
It's
I mean,
like
they're learning in
split.
real time, though, because
Yes.
that was a very high
Split is
priority
dog shit
area
in
for
my
Lev, and
opinion.
they're somewhat similar
Don't
approach
peek
to
it,
it now.
Boo. Only
This time it's going to be
smokes.
Boo to try and handle it. They're going to prop up Mini Boo on the extremity on one side, and probably allow Benji to then flex back towards middle here.
Great call from Lev. I'll explain why right after this fight happens, because Boo is going to get caught on a time potentially.
Oh my god, how's he? Oh, he's dead to right, surely! Surely he is! Tex with the punish and the slow approach, looking to get a stranglehold on this A site. The paranoia's gone in, it finds no one. They are on the
Huge
site
fight
itself.
right there.
A fight towards ZT.
Nice,
Wins
Benji.
it. Banging shot. Woot's still there, but he falls quickly to Calm.
it's all
The site
traded,
now
just play
open and
retake.
available. Rien's backs away.
They don't have Spike?
Man,
What are they doing?
3v3.
They don't have the fucking
What better
Spike.
players to have alive in this situation? Spikes down, and Mini Boo's sitting on it too. Calm has no idea.
Oh,
None the
Calm.
why. Wait,
He has a look.
He's running.
Spike's gone. He's heard the jump. He knows
dash
it.
behind.
Calm.
You know,
The audacity to turn around, but they've lost Aspas in the meantime.
For 40
Calm,
seconds.
there's nowhere to go. They have to fight forward here. He's got to bank on King to find him safety, find him across here. And King, how good can you be? Not this time. Rienz is on it. The deadly trio.
and now they just wait for Mini Boo to come in. He's going to
What do you
locate
mean?
out where
Wood
Calm
is deadly too.
and let
Boo
Benji
has
and
nice
Rienz
rounds.
close this round out. Oh, toasted. Nowhere to go.
We're seeing that composure hit here for Heretics. But talk to me about the start of the round. There's something you liked.
I loved it because what has been happening throughout this series is whenever Team Heretics shuts down Lev somewhere, let's say they do an A1 round, instantly next round Team Heretics goes B and then expects Lev to go B into it. So here what we see is Lev tries going mid, Team Heretics shuts it down, instantly Team Heretics decides that they're going to go shut down a different area, A, B, they just pick a different spot, and so Lev,
Stop
they go
showing
middle
their
again,
papers.
uncontested,
What is
find an
that?
opening on Boo, catch
They're
him in the back.
sabotaging this
They
team.
have everything dead to rights. That kill Benji got
You can just
on
turn
Tex,
that and
Cypher on
read
Cypher,
everything-
violence over
everything of
towards
it.
spawn. That was the difference
Should
maker.
not be
Because that
allowed.
allows Benji and Rienz to move together into that retake, and it's just, how are you going to stop these guys? Yes, you had Aspas alive. Yes, you had King and Calm. And these are the guys that you look to in a lot of these situations in these mid-rounds and closing it out just by the nature of the agents that they're on and the roles that they play for the team. But
Okay, they're
it's just too much a
stressing.
tall order when
Dude, I
Mini
don't
Boo's
like King
closing
as
in the
a
back lines as well.
Player.
Take a breath
It's like
here.
Nats
Take a
2.0.
moment. It's 5-4. The early start was good for Lev. Stake their claim here. Proved that there's a reason they went to this map. They're good on it. They're strong here. They play a great game. But the pendulum started to swing. Last couple of rounds starting to look better and better for Heretics. So the timeout hit. An opportunity to adjust, to bring in a new idea, to address some of the issues they're having. Because Heretics are going toe for toe so far, or toe to toe, with exactly what they're wanting to be seeing. They know exactly what Leviathan are trying to get up to.
Benji's gonna ult like 3 times this game, maybe 4
in those
even.
first 4 rounds of
if
this
he gets
map
a
so
lot
far,
of kills.
I was thinking this is LEV's game. They're gonna run with it. Boy, am I wrong. 5-4. Team Heretics has won 4 of the last 5 rounds. And Miniboo feeling so confident with this operator, taking these deep lines.
I would be so
Team
scared
Heretics dealing with
standing
this
on that
mid-pressure
ledge.
so
It's
well,
so
except for that last round. And LEV
They save.
not
No,
finding
they're not
any
saving.
solutions right now.
They're still forcing this.
Again, they had that game plan on
Okay,
Icebox.
Miniboo,
It
Miniboo,
worked for a bit
Miniboo,
until it
Miniboo,
didn't.
no!
The same thing's happening here.
You could hear it from the crowd there.
The gasps,
The
tension.
It's palpable in these
Yeah, now he
moments.
knows.
The difference that half can make.
They
Miniboo
know about text though.
respecting this.
Yeah, they
Behind
know.
the box, he's waiting for that rotation.
I mean,
He's
wait,
listening
boo.
for the noise, and he's
Is a
waiting
door
for the
broke?
perfect
No,
time
it's
to
not.
strike. But if he mistimes on his camera and he gets the top of his head spotted by Boo here,
Aspas is heaven.
he
Aspas is heaven.
drops. I don't see a way back for LEV.
Waiting, denial on the plant here.
Boo versus Tex.
There it is, and Tex wins. Hat comes online, and suddenly it swings in their favor. That
It's
pendulum
traded, though.
apparent again. Aspas up top, waiting for the push through. You got to play it down low in the smoke as well.
A cosmic divide. LEV's playing in. They know they have to play in front of this, stop them at the choke points. And here comes the retake. Dizzy in.
Hold on, he's still here.
Scan.
He evaded it. He's trying the best he can. Aspas only gets 1. The trades. Woot, outrageous on approach, trying to be the bulldozer. But
Nice,
it's
Boo.
from above. Time for
Just
the
Boo
defuse.
clutched so
And
many
Heretics
rounds for them.
taking a stronger lead now.
So well played from both teams as well. That fight at middle happening. Tex going 1 for 1 only, but realizing the rest of his team needs to play up and stop them at the choke point. The problem is,
Who got 2?
as they're coming through the smoke at the choke point, here comes a Dizzy and a Dart. You can only deal with 1 at a time,
Nice.
and the scan gets off and finds the opening for Team Heretics to flood out that spawn gate. And LEV, they're just
mia, what
unable
are they
to
doing,
put them
guys?
down. The trades go in
They
the
are
favor of Team
cutting my
Heretics, and
spaghetti.
another round goes in their favor. But LEV, some of these rounds are really
Why
close.
do you cut my
It's not that their
spaghetti?
approach is bad, it's that Team Heretics is inching their way at the very last,
nobody
slimmest margins, the last moments. Benji, don't get too greedy now.
Benji, careful.
6-4. LEV can still climb back.
Of course
The
they can.
drone, the Hunter's Fury, and Com's been so good with these.
The second you stop respecting and fearing this side, the second they can take it away from you. Aspas with a glance, but he finds no connection that he wanted here. Not able to find the impact yet. Being held at the door still. And now there's going to be issues. They get held up.
Nice.
Benji, the 1-2 punch. But Aspas, surgical precision is not good enough today. Mazzino detained. They are left in ruins as Heretics
Dude,
running
they're
them down as Con,
so
the last
fired
man
up.
standing here.
They're doing this on
A 1v4.
Now. Oh,
Show me
the
what you're made of
timing.
now. He's got a spike, he's got 50 seconds, but the
And
back
Boo
line
is on
is
the
watched.
flank.
Boo.
Closing.
He's not letting you get
He
away
hears
from this.
it. He
He's
heard
going to hear those
it.
steps, and he knows he's gone
going
middle.
B.
B-side's
Commit
open,
to
but
your
again,
T. Wait,
plant,
he didn't
who cares?
see
Your
or
economy's in
hear him?
shambles. We have 4 players for this retake. And LEV, again,
Wait,
they're
Com
so
is actually
close on
good
so
for
many of
these.
these rounds when they're doing it slow and methodical that they lose the confidence in their own identity and their game plan. They switch it up.
Com is actually good for these. Oh
Bolter,
no, play
right
together.
now, Team Heretics, a brick wall, moving together to find out where Com is.
Yeah.
It's such a difficult task. The plant open for him, though.
Wow, the decision
Show me
to.
some magic, Com.
Wow.
Come on.
Wow! Riens!
They know all too
Riens
well.
is so aware.
Him looking for those finest of margins
Holy
to try and find an
shit.
opportunity to play with, but
Dude, you
Heretics aren't
cannot
having it now.
outplay Riens.
So LEV does have a second timeout to use. They shouldn't use it here. There's only 1 more round. Is it worth
You'll
1
take
round on
so.
attack side? Unless they're going to get some value out of it for the defense. I don't think so. We should save that for the second half. So right now, LEV on the fly, in-game leader, needs to make the decision.
Benji's on 12.
What are they going to do? Are they going to try to go fast again? Run into a brick wall? Are they going to try to slow the game down? Get into these really interesting situations. The 3v3s, the 2v2s.
One smoke? Are you
try to
kidding
just
me? Oh no.
get that confidence back to close out these rounds. They have the players that are able to do it, but they're not giving themselves the opportunities because they lost it a couple times. When you're at these stages of the tournament, if you lose that confidence in yourself to be able to close these rounds out, that's when it's truly over.
Like, did he get damaged? But he didn't. Benji's on B.
Again, 5-man group, Deathball.
It looks so similar, but different players this time. It was Benji and Rienz who were able to punish last time. Here, they've had to rescind, fall away. Leviathan have done what they needed to at least secure the plot. First, big pick as well for Mazzino. Punishing Woot there. Man up to the good as well. This is way better. Miniboo starting to get curious and killed by King.
How
this
does he
way better stuff. Starting to see real synergy, real teamwork. The Crossfire is holding well. Mazzino getting maybe a little bit too overzealous in this, but they have the numbers on their side. They can take a couple of, I guess, riskier choices. As Rienz, yes, you can take down Com, but it's the rest of the team that was never going to fall.
King getting 2 with his Spectre.
In favor of Team Heretics. LEV starting the half very strong there. 3-1. They started, looked very reminiscent of their Icebox, but they're going to be moving into that second half. They're going to be moving into that defense side. And Team Heretics has been looking so strong on some of these players. Losing the confidence on LEV is not what they want to have happening right now in this instant.
Confidence is key, and in these moments, that's where it really comes through. These two teams excellent in these situations. They've been in similar positions before, of course, champions on one side, but to tail with a familiar foe, why not head down to someone who's faced them both?
Is like the only
and
one with energy, feels like.
Hello everyone, and Coach Kaplan and Zelsis in the house! 센티넬의 캠플린 감독과 젤시스 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 먼저 감독님, 어제는 패배에 아쉬움이 있었지만 오늘은 좀 편안하게 경기를 지켜볼 수 있을 것 같은데요. 선수들 모두 좀 어제 이후 어떻게 지내고 있는지 여쭤보고 싶어요. So Kaplan, yesterday was full of heartbreaks, but today you actually get to lay back and enjoy the game. So how's everybody doing today?
Very, very tired and trying to figure out how to be somebody who cheers in a crowd. Not used to that. You know, only know how to cheer in a coach booth, so I'm learning today.
좀 많이 피곤하고 사실 경기를 보면서 좀 관중의 입장이 돼본 적이 너무 오래 전이었기 때문에 좀 어떻게 하면 좀 좋은 관중이 될 수 있을지 사람들을 응원하는 사람이 될 수 있을지를 계속해서 연구 중이라고 얘기를 하시는데요. 그러면 또 개인적으로는 어느 팀 응원하러 오셨는지 여쭤보도록 하겠습니다. So who are you rooting for today? And you know, may I get your predictions?
Doesn't matter, EDG are winning tomorrow. But I gotta root for Heretics today. I mean, first of all, I want to have only lost in playoffs to grand finalists. And second of all, how can you not root for a team that all go on stage with matching Timbers hats? You can't stop them.
먼저 EDG가 내일 우승을 할 거기 때문에 누가 오늘 이기든지 상관이 없지만 그래도 헤레틱스를 응원하게 되는 게 사실 센티넬스가 헤레틱스한테 져가지고 좀 그나마 더 잘하는 팀이 이기게 되면 더 좋지 않을까. 센티넬스에게도 명분을 만들어주지 않을까라고 얘기를 하고 그리고 이렇게 좀 티버 모자 맞춰서 쓰고 왔으니까 어떻게 헤레틱스를 싫어할 수 있냐고 얘기를 했습니다. Now I'm gonna turn to you, Zelsis. 젤시스 선수 만나보도록 할게요. 오늘 또 누구를 응원하러 오셨나요? Now, who are you rooting for here?
I wanted LEV to win, but they're kind of getting rolled, so I'm going with Heretics.
레브 응원하러 왔는데 좀 지고 있으니까 헤레틱스 응원하겠다고 얘기를 했는데 마지막으로 어제 굉장히 무대에서 아쉬워하는 모습을 보여줬기 때문에 좀 팬분들에게 한마디 부탁해보도록 하겠습니다. We saw a picture of you taking in the crowd one last time yesterday. So anything you would like to say to the crowd here and the fans?
You guys are amazing, and I'm so grateful all of you came out here, not even supporting Sentinels, but Valorant in general. I love all of you, and thank you all for supporting us. Buy the Sentinels bundle.
정말 센티넬이 아니지만 그래도 발로란트를 응원해주신 여러분 너무너무 감사드리고요. 센티넬 번들 사라고 얘기했습니다. Thank you, Zelsis and Kaplan, and back to the game we go.
Poor old Jen having to also then shill for the bundle too. She had to dive in on it. She's like, yeah, well, got to translate now. Smart work there, but 7-5, let's focus back up here. Heretics in the lead. LEV closed out with a little bit of confidence in that final round. Maybe a spark here to bring them back.
Are they really gonna 3-0?
We'll see.
It's so hard for Heretics. They're gonna play 3 days in a row.
I've learned my lesson. These teams have so much to offer.
Aspas on 9 kills is unusual as well. Dude, they're
Slinking up the gap.
Oh, but look at the support
Mini
system on that.
Boo.
Literally everyone involved in the kill, but Tex
Care.
still here. Tex!
What?
He
Okay,
couldn't
Wood
quite get the
traded
third,
it,
but he
but
did
still,
so
holy.
well to do this much damage, and Mazzino's found a gap to work in. He's found 2 targets. He couldn't
How
take
does
them
Boo-
down, though. They
Oh!
stayed alive. And now we're in a 2v2. Boo, Benji up against King and Com. Boo down low, and now vision removed, but King's gonna have to get close!
Oh, what?
Com with a shot dart as well. It is
Benji was like
perfect.
a little bit lost.
Pistol on the board for Lev. The score is getting closer. Sunset got real close when OT. I'm thinking Lev might have something in store for them.
Oh, the second one is lucky.
Heretics there, moving up that right side, dodging the trips and the cameras and everything, getting in there. The first point of contact, it almost caught them by surprise. Aspas, no chance to play the round there. He is a player that you want alive to be able to shoot back as, you know, maybe using his teammates as pawns, as cannon fodder, as he can just go in and just wipe up everything. He had to sit back, lounge back in the chair, and watch the round develop.
Yeah. But again, this is the start that Lev needed. You wanted that pendulum swing, you wanted that momentum, you want a close lower finals.
I guess.
This might be the start of things to come. This round, Heretics, we're looking at
Benjamin
the Ghost for Boo
Fish.
and just a Sheriff for Boot. On the other
Wood
side,
is on
of course.
what is it? 5
One
orbs
off
already.
Thrash at the end of this round.
Jeez.
At the worst.
Yeah.
Bad.
Unless he falls off the map.
Ah.
But right now, Lev, they're not moving. They got their space. They got their control. They're happy with this. Team Heretics grouping up. They got that orb. Looking for that second one. Woot getting ever closer to the Thrash. Clearing out all the close angles just in case. There's no KO flash coming on this map.
What do they have? Nothing
That
really.
is a second recovered orb.
Just
That
hoping
means
for
Thrash
someone
is
to
one
push,
away.
I
That is a
guess.
death, a kill.
Looks
or
like
an
they're going
ultimate orb.
towards B.
Yeah, just a death or a kill. He's getting it no matter what. And
They're
Team
just
Heretics
stacking
coming
A?
back to that B site. It's
What?
just text to defend.
Interesting.
Mazzino pretty close by to help him out, but still, it's a tall order here. If he gets flushed out by a Dizzy
saw
Dart,
him.
smokes the block off his teammates, but Mazzino
It's
should
only
be
the
putting up a wall
lurk.
here
Don't
anytime
worry,
now. 30
guys.
seconds remain in the round.
Also, those trips are so
way.
cringe.
Not.
Okay, this is too late. They're already ahead.
Past it.
Oh, this is a mistake on timing. And Tex can get overwhelmed here, but Mazzino desperately trying to help him out, make up for the mistake and hold
Wood
the
has
line as
ult
best he
next
could.
round.
Boo's
Oh,
punished him though.
boo.
And now the plant. Wood's got ult still, if
Oh.
they feel there's a chance.
No way
don't
he
use it.
uses
Don't
it.
use it.
Surely not,
No.
but I
Boo
mean,
has a
Boo's got
guardian.
himself a guardian. Maybe he can make a little chaos happen here.
Bounce shock. There's no shock. Just the dart. Scans
Okay,
him.
has to remove here a little bit. Woot trying to watch
Aspas is
that
on
cross.
top.
Call out the cross.
Oh,
1 HP.
1 HP.
He's down so desperately low, but Lev
Oh.
showing caution, showing respect.
What the
to
hell?
other side, but a
Okay.
bounding Aspas
Good
does the
eco.
job well. With 3 alive, the defuse is there, the threat is crushed, and we have an even affair on our hands.
With that plant, with a couple of those kills, maybe we get to see heavy shields coming out,
Of
denying
course,
Aspas
heavy
the
shields. They
ability
didn't
to
buy
one-shot
shit.
players with this
And they
outlaw.
still got
As
2
the score
kills.
gets tied up 7-7 here, Team Heretics, they were using these death balls on their
Oh, it
sunset.
was
it was
full
working
smoke.
pretty well.
Two
Now,
deaths
we look
in
at
that
Lev.
situation.
They
Guardian fell
need
off. He
kills
was
to
playing,
sweep,
so the
basically.
Guardian
If they want
falls
to
off.
be able to move on to that next stage, that grand finals, they need 3
Boo
maps
is
in a row.
smart.
They
Smart
need to
little
start
boy.
here. They need to be able to
Big boy.
convert this bonus round.
But you talk about caliber of players, you look at the potential to do it. They've
Caliber.
got the pedigree. They've got
Absolutely.
the players who can turn up. We're saying this at the first time it's gone even.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fast
think
hit. And here's the
that?
Thrash, round 3, and
What?
Tex!
Come
down on the
on.
way.
So damn good! What a shot straight out of the sky. Oh man, that puts Mini Boo right in his place.
Wow.
2 Sheriffs and the Outlaw on this retake. Yes, they have the man advantage, but man, again, stopping them at the choke points. Team Heretics
Nice.
in their faces. Thrash goes again.
They're pushing C.
Oh,
Oh,
but shot down! Mazzino is timing perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better. Benji now called in, required to go above and beyond.
Benji.
He's doing just that. That's
This
the
is
second
his
body
map,
drop.
I'm telling you
He
guys.
needs to depend on Rien's to control CT here as well. Tex goes for the swing. Pick on the trade. But hold on.
This is ugly.
Getting closer now. He knows it. He's seen it.
Nice, Benji. Huge.
Keeping
Let's
Heretic
go.
safe because Leviathan then got dangerously close.
I am loving this side of Team Heretics, though, that are getting in the phases and stopping them from being able to get any space. The disrespect.
That's
a lot of
shots.
teams, they're in a 4v5 like this, they're against Eco. They might give too much respect. Barely caught in the back there as well on that Thrash.
Timing, yeah.
The reason why it's so important to be able to play with this confidence and locking down the choke points is that it shows that you're confident to not allow them any space into the round. And when you give too much respect, that's when you start playing on the back foot, letting the other team just swarm you.
Wow!
Team
Careful
Heretics,
with those shock
they
darts.
hang on still. They take the lead. Auspas on that operator, though, off the back of that save.
Auspas is up. What?
They
Don't
kept
pick
those
me,
sheriffs, the
don't pick
outlaw,
me.
so
Don't,
that he could
Benji!
afford this and put a stop to Benji's shenanigans.
Benji usually doesn't pick
Right now,
mid,
Benji
He usually only holds mid.
thinking twice about if he wants to move up or not, but finally he puts that cage. He can pop that at any moment in time in the round just to cause a shroud of doubt. But these players getting spotted here. It's only 2 defenders on this A site right now. If Team Heretics chooses right now to hit, to strike, that's it. LEV need to fall off.
King and Com, they're trying to stand their ground, trying to hold the site, and maybe that's why. Oh,
Whoa.
King! The head's wound! Tries to dip away in time, but the plant is in. A trade of space and the site. Time on their side. Mini Boo Boo and Benji.
No, what are you looking at?
Careful. He was completely vulnerable towards CT then, but they're so focused towards that retake through tower.
So far away, Aspas has the operator and King has 11 HP. They're so split and the time's
They're
running
ahead of the wall here.
Yeah.
This double stack is
gonna be
hard to
hard.
handle. How do you break this? What do you have? The second they try and drop, they might be dead. They might be brought down. Dragged down. Desperate try from Dex and Mazzino, and now it's just Boo. But time is ticking, and Boo just has to play to the clock. He has to play it properly.
Wait.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You gotta get in there. You gotta stop shooting the thing and get in.
No! What?
Just run in!
No!
Call a timeout. Call attack.
Jesus
Coach,
Christ.
that is your IGL. These are the decisions your IGL is making right now.
Jesus.
You're on attack side.
Fuck me.
You need to what is this?
God.
Oh my god.
This is the lower bracket finals. The winner of this series goes to the grand
That's
finals
unforgivable,
of
Josh.
champs.
That is unforgivable. You know he's going to be kicking himself. Does that affect him going forward? No timeout called.
We're about to find out.
Think it's a mistake, that's fine. I don't think that is acceptable, but as it stands, Lev, hey, you saw the smile. You don't often get given those. You thought you were dead to rights.
Bro.
I know.
Minibu popped
Refocus.
off with 20 HP.
You or them?
Everyone. 8 to 8. You don't get given those often. You really don't. Not at this caliber.
They're going to use Cosmic Divide. You can see the pings on the map. That's the line that they're going to draw. Boo across the map. He has that gravity well to play that post plant. He's going to be able to come in from the back lines, get that timing flank. He needs to make sure he's not too slow on it this time. He has been in the past. Team Heretics moving up through middle. Getting spotted. Minibu taking damage, losing some of those daggers in that Blade Storm. But still, they want to commit to this play. They still have that Cosmic Divide to make it work. LEV split across the map. 3 players towards this mid A defense right now. The decision
oh my god, that
to peel away from that B
that was
position
so
for Boo.
bad.
Benji. All the way in that smoke. And here comes the mid split. Here comes the wall. And here comes the hit. This shock is going to destroy
I'm worried
Wood.
though. Miniboo still actually managed to get away unscathed, but it's Benji to fall first, trying to make it through from main. Aspas patrolling on the back of the site. Decides he felt that pressure. Didn't want to stick around too long, but with a 10-second plant, they're going for this now. Waiting. Miniboo, knives are there. Counter ult can come in, try and make this fight almost unlivable on. Leviathan changed their approach,
that's a bad
looking
Harbor
up
ult,
towards tower. 2 towards CT, Com being one of them. Trying to take strides and takes down Rians. Oh, what a follow-up! Perfect shot. They are clearing house. Leviathan are here to play.
Whew. We got a game.
Leviathan putting up that flawless round here to put an end to Team Heretics. That's 2 rounds in a row for Lev right now, and just getting his feet caught as that smoke comes down. You'll see a lot of Omen players choosing to place that smoke a little bit higher up that will fall down, and if it's in the faces of their opponents, that means that the opponent can't see anything, but half their body is exposed. And now, here comes the timeout on this gun round for Team Heretics. Round 18, 8-9. They're trailing by 1. They've been good on their 5-man death ball attacks.
Yeah.
They have good ultimates to use on this as well. They know Aspas has that operator out, and it seems like A's been working. They've been playing these post plants really well, denying the ability for Lev to come out of the choke points. It's been working so well for Team Heretics. Yes, they only have 1 attack round at the moment, but if they stick to their guns, like, you have to keep in mind, the only reason why Lev picked up these last 2 rounds was because Boo shot all his bullets into a cove instead of just running in and killing the player. This could be Team Heretics 10-8 up, putting Lev on eco, 11-8, closing out, and going to the grand finals.
Reminds me of this situation. Fnatic Sentinels, once upon a time, a flash going astray, and it all suddenly
A mystical flash, perhaps?
something like that. The difference 1 round can make.
Oh no.
The question is,
that's not mini
do they have the wherewithal? They have the ability to bound back, and it's hard when it's an IGL. It's incredibly hard to then pick yourself back up after making a mistake. But these mistakes, at this point, cost you so damn much. Now, ults to be used, a buy in hand. They have everything they could ask for here.
And it looks like B is the target Team Heretics wants to hit. Thrash and play. Cosmic Divide if they want it. They want to go towards Tex, but it's fine. They have that Mosh to flush him out of that back position where he's currently standing.
I don't know, Tex. He's been scaring the life out of me. This man
Don't hit
has
your
been
teammate, though.
a monster. He's still looking for a victim. He's found a couple of players. I told you, you got to be careful going towards this site. Takes down his opposing number, but it is traded. They've now got their foot in the door. The site is under Heretics' control. But it's been these post plants they've been struggling on. And actually, the apparent, wait, that felt
It's
a little
just Mazzino out, though.
kilter. Well,
He got
timing
one.
maybe a little bit off there.
Aspas is still in their spawn where they buy.
This feels disjointed. Mazzino can still make it hurt. It's not like it may not work, but still play together. Play as 3, play as the team, and they're doing that. Com set up for success.
Doing?
Now down to Aspas and Com to try and work this back through. Rienz and Wood on the site. An isolated fight, and he takes it with both hands, leaving Aspas to try and fight.
What are you doing?
Punishes Wood in the back. There's no running away from this. Face your fears, but Rienz was a god on this map, and he needs to show him how it's done. Show his composure. Show how good he can be in Aspas. His hand is full.
Nice. Holy shit,
Keeps Heretics alive now.
Aspas only fakes. He never commits that first stick. Rienz knows this. He is so good in these clutch moments. He knows the ins and outs of who he's against and how they're going to play. And he's opening kills. I see the Lev, the version of them that we saw in Sunset, where on this round he's running out, he's trying to 1v5, then it's the next person, then it's the next person. Again, here, Aspas has that operator coming from A site, and again, one's on the drone, one's running out, they're taking a fight, another trickles out. Lev, you need to keep it together right now. No more mistakes. Again, oh my god, Hunter's Fury on Rienz, Cosmic Divide, the 5-man death ball, 3 to defend this time, and the wall's up in time to stop this. Stars placed, but not oh, okay.
Okay, here's the divide, here's the Hunter's Fury. Rienz sending that from far away. Miniboo's already been caught up. King, Com, together, holding the line this time. It's only Wu to be able to make it through. He's the only one still on site here. The other 2 slightly disconnected, but the plant is in. Aspas, Tex, and Com have to navigate their way back through, but look how far away Tex was.
One shock, Mosh, and potentially a
Com
gravity
is
well.
flanking?
Wait,
the flank is coming in. Com knows that
Com
they're going
on
to
the
play for this
million-year
retake, come
flank.
back here. Com needs to pick the perfect time. It needs to be after the spike is tapped from Aspas. They need to use a cloud burst. Tap that spike. Draw their...
Oh, the timing. Corbin, Com, Lee, the difference maker for Lev. Boo trying to hold on. Oh, he's taking him down for the trade. For the time.
He's got it.
He's got the time. The back line was broken.
He's got it.
He's got it.
Yeah, of course he has it, but
Com, these flanks, his
Bull
timings
could have played it
have been
better.
spot on.
Stop standing up!
For a brief
It's the
moment,
alpha curse.
when he target prioritized
doesn't know.
the man with the dart out instead of the second player. If he had target first Woot, then switch to Rien's, would have made his life a little bit easier there. But getting that dart off, getting that scan off. Normally, Com's been caught in these positions. Oh man, Com's been caught in these positions before where he pulls out his utility as soon as he gets one kill. And he gets caught in the open with his utility out. This time though, he gets that dart off, and because he gets that dart off, yes, he loses his life, but Aspas closes it out, gets that round, and LEV back in the lead.
And the impact from that round, look at the damage it's done to their money. Just one rifle on Mini Boo. That's all. Couple, maybe a sheriff for Benji. So this one could hurt. And Aspas trying to prove a point. Tries to get in their face.
He got scared away from that Vandal. He has that Outlaw. None of these players have enough health to tank a shot.
Yeah.
Aspas can deal with them all, basically, one tap central. But right now, the split from Team Heretics, there's...
Oh, boo.
I mean, the tide could be turning.
This is just a ruse, a diversion.
I mean, the spike's still in
Benji mid.
Like
Benji versus King.
Slowly and steadily, a little bit of a fight here, but the angle far better for King. Showing dominance now, LEV. The spike is still in spawn, so this never felt like it had much intention behind it. Mini Boo.
What are you trying to do?
The only one really with the Vandal to play with for the Heretic side, but we can take a second here to an extent. There's always a bit of a threat, but as it stands, LEV are taking the momentum back in their favor. You can feel this turning around. And these players know what it's like to hold that Champions Trophy. You don't want to miss out on it. You saw Com fighting tooth and nail for that there. They've got themselves a plant, but I think LEV know where they're going.
2 versus 5. Mini Boo with that Vandal.
He's got the ult.
But Woot, how much he can do.
I ever tell you the story of the Mini Boo basically 1v5? Woot only had a classic. It's a crazy story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened on round 20?
I can't quite remember, but we'll find out soon enough. Mini Boo, it was the timing that he went for the swing. It wasn't this round, actually. It was a different round. But now Woot, I mean...
Another flawless one.
Yeah.
But
perfect.
Again, like a few of these rounds, the last 5 or 6 rounds or so have been these low econ rounds.
Stop standing up, you idiot.
They haven't. It's all the.
I mean, no, keep standing up. You're jinxing it.
Everything else has been from that moment onwards. And right now, I mean, some of these rounds come all the way down to the wire, right? 3v3,
wow.
flank off. It came down to Boo narrowly, the 1.5 seconds that Aspas got that defuse. There's been a lot of retake rounds towards B, towards A. We haven't seen mid explored all too often here. It makes me question what that last round was. Was it to get information? Was it to cause chaos and try to find an opening to make it expensive? Or what was Team Heretics' idea?
Tyson, right? He's got the
a lot of retake rounds towards B, towards A.
Blobfish.
We haven't seen mid explored all too often here. It makes me
is it really a plushie?
What that last round was. Was it to get information? Was it to cause chaos and try to find an opening to make it expensive?
I need a panda
or
plushie.
What was Team Heretics' idea in that last round? Because
Panda's
probably
my
not
animal.
thinking you're winning that round.
No.
But maybe getting a feel for what LEV set up
Second pause here.
the waters so that they can make a
That
play.
said, I mean, King's
Wow,
no
shit.
They're already doing
for our
things that
Heretics
maybe
match.
they wouldn't
2
have expected.
matching pens with little cat
Walking up
plushy
towards
paws.
26 and a 9. Oh. Hey.
Or it got to round 21 instead of 9 to 11, it was 10 to 10, and then Heretics, they were able to bring it back from a 10-12 back into overtime, and then they ended up winning from that moment. So here, I could see definitely this making an impact and them going the distance here. But it comes down to this round. This is really the last real chance Team Heretics has to make this work. They have that rush, they have that 5-man death ball, they have that read that they want to go against Tex. Tex has only been good for 1 on these defenses. Team Heretics has been winning the post-match here, except for that round.
Ooh.
Where Com got that flank 2-man kill.
See the crowd now starting to
1 on these defenses.
Bro, fuck off.
Team Heretics has been winning the post-match here, except for that round where Com got that flank 2-man kill.
see the crowd now starting to cheer for LEV. The owners getting the crowd on their side.
Aspas.
Maybe this pulls him into attention. Up and over. Another attempt. He's not landing the shots here. Forced away.
Oh my, what?
Aspas.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Pulls him into attention. Up and over. Another attempt.
Aspas
He's not
cannot hit
landing the
shit.
shots here.
Let's go.
Forced away. We can see Tex fancies it. Confidence brimming. Oh my god, Mazzino saves him in that one. Got a little too close for comfort. But they're left in talent here, Heretics. They're down in Boo and Woot. They don't have any safety. They don't have any real security on the side. They've got nowhere to work from. They've been forced away. Leviathan with a stranglehold on this game. It's gorgeous to witness. We need a one. I'm about to say a 1v3. Not going to happen with Aspas doing that.
No, I don't want to sit here for the whole day.
This would be the start of a reverse sweep. Team Heretics still, they have good ultimates. It seems like they're getting some Vandals in the equation. It seems like when they have that Thrash, it's been always exec A, exec B with that Thrash. Here, they decided to save it. They have it. Again, if they need it here, they have that Cosmic Divide. I thought they were going to use it about 6 rounds ago. They still haven't used it. And LEV
too much.
Put a stop to the bleeding. Yes, they're defending kind of like one at a time, but now they're moving out a little bit better spacing. We saw this wall.
But look at it, look at the pacing. They're already pushing middle.
Spotted.
I love this though. I like that they're just putting Heretics back under the gun time and time again.
But Heretics in these moments have stalled. They paused. Now they decide they're going to move up Rians through the smoke. That is so unlucky for him.
It happens. It's the way it goes. Com does get detained, so maybe there's a chance, but Mazzino, can he keep him secure? Does he want to try and maybe protect his friend, protect his teammate? Right now it's King doing the best he can. Oh, King decimating Heretics, leaving Boo to face the music. His mistakes earlier coming back to haunt him as he's watched this game slip away and the chance truly beginning. The opportunity for the reverse sweep now becomes a reality as it's 13-9. The Vikings are not down, they're not out, they're still in this.
It's in moments like these, you hope that you have been pacing yourself for the full 5 maps. Because right now, if Team Heretics is out of energy, trying to close that in 3, they're in for a rude awakening. Lotus is the next map, and Heretics has not looked strong on it all event. This is LEV's moment to be able to go for the reverse sweep.
Yo, 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 it's Tex, what up? Honestly, when it was 11-12, it was at the very last round, we could definitely feel the pressure hitting. Even the round before that, I think when King and Mizuno lost the 2v2, because I think Chichu just walked out heaven randomly on a timing. I think that's when I realized, like, it's getting pretty scary. But yeah, honestly, it's whatever. I think I just gotta make sure the boys aren't too down on themselves individually. And we just gotta fix some fundamentals and we'll be good. I'm honestly chilling. We have another chance. I think my team matches up pretty well against Heretics. So honestly, I'm not too worried.
Holding his ground.
Karlik hits the trap. Tex finding one. Smoggy not dead yet. Pops the ultimate to get himself back in, but Tex is just unassailing.
Yeah, Team Heretics, they play really well together. They have really good individual moments. Definitely have a unique playstyle on maps like Icebox, where they play like a Neon. On Miniboo, so we had to make some adjustments. So it's really interesting playing them. We beat them before, but it was a close game, and you know we both kind of learn how to play against each other when you play. So rematches are always different, but yeah, excited to play, and let's see what happens.
Oh, Leviathan, they're on the board in this lower bracket best of 5, which means we will be guaranteed one more map. Look at what it means to them, the passion on these players' faces as well. I'm Yingsu, and I'm back here with Mimi, Paperthin, and Achilles. I cannot believe they managed to force another map. How crazy was that? Was that head-to-head?
It was.
I can't speak.
It was damn wild, and that's why we're all struggling to find our words here. But yeah, the Abyss pick, we weren't sure how it was going to look here for the side of Leviathan, and it was off to a bit of a shaky start. You know, get those first couple rounds, but then that Thrifty comes through from the side of Heretics, and it just felt like they were going to be building up all this momentum and just end up, you know, mowing down Leviathan, but they stuck in there and they got the win.
What I think part of what makes them so hard to play against is like just how good they are at taking mid control on this map compared to other teams. I feel like they're so oppressive with that harbor utility at pressuring that space, threatening these walk-ups. Team Heretics are having to invest so many players on their defense to deal with that. And on top of that, Clint, they're winning rounds like this one.
How?
I mean, this is just absolutely insanity. I mean, so this could have been done a little bit differently here by Boo. He didn't need to spam this cove like this. He should have just saved those bullets and just ran right in off the rip, but then he's out of bullets in both guns.
Both whiz right past it.
I mean, it happened a second with the Blade Storm. It happened a second with Blade Storm yesterday.
It's something about this map. It's something about this map.
It reminds me of the like Psalm Cove rounds from Champions or Tokyo back then. Like those moments are the ones that players remember that are so heartbreaking when you're that close.
And this too. What the hell happened here?
I mean this was just calm on Ascent versus Paper X, getting the 1-2 transfer. I cast that moment and I was reliving it right there watching.
If he wants to win another trophy, he's got to play like he did in Champions 2023. And I thought that would just be like, you know, in performance, in being good, in having his moments. No, it's play exactly the same way and win rounds on the flank single-handedly. Just ridiculous stuff.
Flanking all day long.
That's all he does.
I mean, we talk about Leviathan on the winning side of these rounds, but on the losing side, if you're Team Heretics, you have to be boomed by situations like that. They were crazy, crazy situations.
And you could kind of see it in some of their gameplay, too. Like, they started making mistakes where they were stepping a little bit ahead of a smoke blooming and things like that, where they were giving opportunities for Leviathan to get free kills. And it seemed like some of those moments, like Tex hitting that shot into Miniboo as he's dashing up above the box on A, like things like that were really starting to set them off kilter, off pace. And then even in Com's moment where he got that sick double spray we were just talking about, Rienz is watching that angle for the longest time, turns around, and that's when Com strikes. Like just little timings, little mental things started to fall apart for them. Yeah, this is that right there.
That shot.
Freaking disgusting.
Absolutely outstanding. And Tex has been so consistent all year at providing this value for his team. Out of all the Sentinel players at this tournament, he is taking more first duels on the defensive side than anyone else. He is so willing to take those risks when he's anchoring a site. And sometimes you see it get punished. I think earlier in this series, on Lotus in particular, he had a lot of those first deaths when he was taking those risks. But in this map, he was really finding the value. And I think being willing to go for those plays, to trust his aim in those moments is so huge, because when we talk about rookies, we're thinking about Los Niños on the other side, but Tex won Ascension last year in Americas. He was with what was then the Guard, what became G2. This is his rookie year as well, and he has been performing out of this world.
Yeah, he really has been. It's incredible. And it's also just weird. Like, why is he so good with the Sheriff?
It's crazy.
You got a guy named Tex, you give him a 6-shooter, and somehow he's just absolutely cracked with it. It goes hand in hand. But I am so very impressed with how much value he's able to find round over round. And I think that if it's not for him having the performance that he did, this is a 3-0. You know, completely and utterly. Not to say that nobody else on LEV did, you know, their own efforts here, but Tex did so much work on Abyss to keep them in this series.
Yeah, and you got to give it to their coach as well. Itapata coming in here. I would love to be backstage and hear what he's been saying to these guys when they were 2-0 down to go out there on Abyss, paper thin, and turn things around and perhaps kick off the start of a reverse sweep.
Yeah, well, I mean, my guess is it's coach speak where he's like, just stick to the plan, you know, all these, you know, kind of typical platitudes, but it's what they did in between yesterday and today. The little changes that they made, like Aspas being the tip of the spear a lot more often on their attacker side, able to break things open for them, showing different looks. One time they used the harbor wall to push up with Aspas after they picked up the operator for him towards mid. It got shut down. The next round, they just dry pushed all the way through and then caught Heretics completely off guard. So a lot of things like that were around. They're showing you a lot of different looks, and there were some very little minor changes in some of their formations that gave them a lot more success.
And I mean, look at the change once Itapata took control as the head coach of this team. They were struggling early this year, and then the organization decided to elevate him to head coach from assistant coach before, and they've had that 12-3 record since then. The players have talked a lot about how much impact he has in fixing some of the more micro stuff about their gameplay, in adjusting compositions, things like that. He's been a huge boom for this team to have the end of the year that they've now found.
And I think that it goes along with the trend that we've kind of been seeing across all of the different regions, which is teams taking risks, making changes, big overarching changes to the staff as well as the rosters, and then finding success off the back of it. Think about Mako going to IGL, this guy here, Itapata coming in, becoming that head coach, same for Muggle with the transition there on EDG. These teams are taking these risks and they're now being rewarded for it.
And speaking of risks, we are going to go to Lotus. The Heretics, they had the choice of going Lotus here or Haven, and they picked the map. They have already lost against Leviathan.
And honestly, for me going into this one, I'm not even looking at the maps. I'm looking at the mental for this Team Heretics squad. Yes. This is a rookie squad. 4 new players on that stage who have had an excellent year, but have yet to win a best out of 5 this year. That is not a 3-0. No one's ever gotten reverse swept at Champions before, but if there was a team to do it, it would be the only squad left with former champion winning players on it.
No doubt about it. And I think it's tough for Heretics because you've been in these situations against Gen.G, for example, right? You lose the first map, you win the next 2, you're in the driver's seat. Gen.G on this very map, on Lotus, comes out, slaps you on map 4, like 13-4, I think it was, and it just fell apart for them. 13-3 on Split, and Gen.G wins Shanghai. So they need to find a different mentality for this Lotus.
No, they really gotta be feeling that, right? You would think that they've been there before.
Yeah, they have been. And what I was hopeful when we're teeing up this matchup is that they learn from that experience, much, again, like Gen.G did versus Sentinels over at Madrid. Utilize what you learned there. Build that motivation and that endurance to be able to persevere through a long series. But that one player, again, that was not there, was mini boosted. This is his first time being in this situation, so it is very much on the rest of the team to pick him up, to keep him focused and get him back into the driver's seat, because that Abyss was a bit of a rough showing for him.
The player with more experience on the roster, though, is his older brother, Boo. It's so special that they get to play together on a stage this big with their family watching here. The team has talked so much about the relationship they've built throughout this year. They've been together playing in so many tournaments from the start and have been through so much hardship. If you think back to that lower bracket run at Shanghai, they have the tools to come back into this one and close this series out, but it is still going to be difficult against a squad like LEV.
It just has to be Lotus, doesn't it? It's almost poetic that it has to be Lotus. But for Leviathan, though, they've done the hard part already to just stay alive. Pressure almost feels like it's on the side of Heretics. All LEV have to do is just to do what they already did against Heretics the last time.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure now, as soon as you switch sides on Abyss, all of a sudden, all the pressure felt like it was on Heretics. Leviathan comes out, wins that Pistols, then those rounds start getting scrappy, but Leviathan are the ones, time and time again, coming out ahead of it. Heretics' mental starting to crumble a little bit, so absolutely, you know, you can see these veterans calm. The ever-present, just jubilant nature that he has keeps this squad in check, keeps them in line, and we'll see if Heretics can do it, but
yeah, we will see indeed. And let's take a look at Agent Select. There will be no changes at this point. Why would you?
I wouldn't.
we don't expect any of that and don't get it. I think the biggest thing is that this is another map where Team Heretics felt like their Neon ideas were getting too predictable. They moved away from it. Now they're playing this default Fnatic comp, and I think they have looked quite good here, even taking down Fnatic on this map. But for me, all the questions go to their defensive side. They led in the series against Leviathan, and then they could only win 2 defensive rounds. Ended up losing that map and dropping to the lower bracket.
Yeah, and that's something that you cannot have happen. You need to be able to rack up at least a couple on the defensive side. You know, 8 to 4, something like that, 7 to 5 more preferable. But if you're going to be going in only 2 rounds accrued on the defending side, you're going to have a rough time.
Well, this is it. Another opportunity for Heretics to close this one out. But Leviathan, can they send us to a map fight? Let's find out now and send it back to your casters. It's Pansy and Steel.
This is the map where it all might change, where it goes from a glimmer to a reality of a reverse sweep. However, we're not there yet. They've met here before like they met on Icebox. This time it was a 13-10 towards LEV. They looked great, they looked strong. Yet a great performance from Aspas too, absolutely melting. But we saw the Icebox changed. Whole new result, no OT, not even that close really. What, it was 13-7 in the end. But has Abyss shaken them, Josh, or are they here to play?
Team Heretics had that Abyss. It came down to slim margins. It came down to that big, crucial moment, the Cove moment for Boo. Here, though, I worry for Team Heretics. They've been shying away from this map ever since they made this change. Benji to Killjoy. Boo's on Fade instead of Smokes. Boo's on Omen instead of Gecko. What? They have to do something different.
Trap play towards middle, but Boo unaffected so far actually, managing to evade all the util and gets to retake that area. They get to re-clear it as well. Benji, his patience paying off. They're sitting deep. So the early foray, the early attempt from LEV, not really getting its reward.
That actually pulled out a lot of really useful utility from the defense side. They don't have these pieces of util right now to use in the retake. The paint shells is gone. They've used Seize, they've used Stun, Aftershock. Yes, the stun will come back, but if Team Heretics picks the right site, if they're going here to A site, it looks like that's where they're committed. That's where LEV's setting up that retake. It all comes down to the fact that Team Heretics is actually going to have better utility to stop this retake from coming in the first place. All they need to do is figure out that the site's open and walk in instead of using all of their abilities to get into the site. It is free for the taking.
Flanks on the way though. That turret will alert them pretty quickly that they should be surrounded on all fronts. One's going to come in, try and get the time on their side. Slow progress from King, so it's going to take a moment.
Paranoia.
Belting shot though from Benji. Backline still remains his. Mini Boo as well, finding success over towards CT with a follow-up too. And now sadly for King, he's a little too far away to be able to set anything to motion with that Paranoia. Mazzino was meant to be on that flank before, but Benji, just about heard that then. He's still on the hunt.
Oh!
It's King, last one alive. Feels like a formality. And it absolutely is. Heretics 5 alive here.
Nice. A flawless opening. There's a few things I look to in this round that makes me think Team Heretics might actually get a big runaway with a lot of rounds in a row here. 1, the way they dealt with that trap at B early round. 2, the way that Benji was able to smack that first shot down. He's looking like he's on point. 3, off of Benji finding out that that flank was coming in, instantly there was a reaction to push into spawn up that rope from the rest of the team. So Team Heretics looking like they're firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, let's see how it goes on though, because we do still have this round where you can never write them out. You're going to look for stacks, little maybe pocket plays. They're very good. You can see them almost attempting that first round too. Trying to make something happen for themselves there towards middle. Didn't really work out in the end.
Another trap.
And again,
dealt with.
It feels like Heretics are quite aware. Maybe just heads up adjustments, you know, maybe just not falling for it. But as it stands, sadly for LEV, even with all these attempts, unable to really get any rewards for them.
Another good approach from Team Heretics here to avoid this trap. And on this timing that these pieces of util are on cooldown.
They weren't able to clear King.
They weren't, but it doesn't matter. It's just the better guns are all together. Yeah. This is where they want to go. Until that stun comes back online, there's nothing that LEV can really do in the defense here.
But I do still like the trying to be instigators though. I like the trying to make little plays here. You're not going to win a fair fight when you only have a Sheriff or a Classic. So why not try and go for something?
It's going to be back-to-back flawless rounds here to open up the
Minibu
map for
planting.
Team Heretics. And keeping in mind, they could have closed this series out 3-0, gone straight to the grand finals tomorrow. But instead, they have to come back and revisit a map that they've not wanted to play in the more recent matchups. They haven't had success once they switched to that double controller style.
Yeah.
And the reason why they were so good before is because they had that kind of all-in neon fade, breach, just dump everything and execute. But they switch over to this double controller type of style. And we see how it works for LEV when they play their attack sides, splitting up the map, depositing players, doing these audibles, manipulating the rotations. That's something that Team Heretics didn't really do that well. Minibu trying to close this out, get that kill. Benji.
He's knifing the wall.
Yeah, time to move here. Tom's going to be able to go down towards the spike. But otherwise, I mean, near on perfect.
My guy is laughing, punching the
Heretics,
wall.
I mean, they're in control. They have the double controller. It's whether or not they know how to play this composition on a map like Lotus, where there's so many possibilities for you to use the revolving door, that blue room, that breakable door, and pivot
I
back
wanted
and
to see
forth,
Benji dive the
deposit players,
walls.
and have these proper audibles. It's something that hasn't been working for Team Heretics, and when you run a double controller comp on this map, and you're starting attack side, it's something that you need to rely on. So let's see, has Team Heretics developed that? Fast opening again into their smoke. They're going to take this space for free. LEV on that heavy A defense. Tex, both trips and a camera on B, expecting that bonus round was going to be a fast B play, but instead it's a C play. It's not going to be stopped, and Boo still holding that A lobby control.
Yeah, so many rifles out as well for Heretics. This is going to be a heavy hitting bonus. You're looking at King to keep control towards C, but already they're going to start testing the rest of the map here too.
Not committing the spike onto the site yet. Stun, paranoia is everything's still in play right now. Once the spike gets planted, that's when this flood's going to come.
Woot might be ahead of this by a touch. I want to see if he tries to just go for this one, and he absolutely does.
What is that?
Need to go that far, maybe. The paranoia. You'd have been able to see him. And now denial on the plant. Potentially an overheat, maybe a misstep here by Woot. And for LEV, they get to keep 5 alive. 4 of them now standing tall on the site. Heretics forced down towards that lower side. Smoke goes in towards main, they're ahead of it, but Tex with 2, and a 3rd for Tex. His impact has been off the charts during this series, and King to close. LEV, strike back.
A flawless response from LEV, and I have to sit there and wonder, what is Team Heretics doing? We have the site for free, the paranoia, but you're going to push in. It's a near site. You're in a smoke. You're near site distance. That is, again, we talk about the agent composition change. We talk about the role swaps. Woot doesn't really play Omen on any of these other maps. It's been Boo on every map who's been playing that Omen Astra role. Riens has been on Sova, and that's where he plays his best. Right now, he's on Viper. And right now, the fact that they had the site and they didn't do anything with it, that's not good enough. LEV trying to pick up the pieces right now. They have that A space. They get that off the back of basically just the haunt, but that Viper wall means that it's very difficult to get that information. That jump spot needs to come in, and it's so easy to punish that if you have the right weapon or the right pre-aim. Calm, playing with fire a little bit, but here already 3 players on the attack towards that C site, ready to just go in.
But it's the switch up of having Tex here that I like. Seems like such a steady player for LEV.
Okay, that was the plan from Heretics. They wanted to push back the A players, cause the players to sit there, passive, weakens up that C site rotation, and now the hit's going to come in.
They just cleared it with a fade eye.
Has the paint shells to clear out.
They have
Elbow,
all the
he has a
info.
showstopper to get in their faces as well. It all comes down to
don't ult if you hear me, don't ult.
Tex deciding, yeah, tone him back away, doesn't want to go too far here. Thought maybe Mazzino might have been on that corner, but probably luckily he wasn't. That pain shell to follow, but he does go down. Maybe a gap in the smoke there. Gives Miniboo just a pixel to play with. They've kept control of CT, and I'm curious if there's an overstep this time. I can imagine that's not the case.
King, he's got paranoia. There's seized and paint shells. That could be a good combo for towards Elbow, and they're in the position to do it. Here it comes Boo.
It's huge.
He's gonna go down.
Surely.
He got away.
Boo's still alive. With a second chance of life, he goes back towards the site. Woot's still up top. Miniboo down below. Aspas trying to find one of these players. Isolate someone. He's done it. Rienz falls. Now it falls towards Boo. Gets overwhelmed. Dex clearing house. Put it on the top of the box.
Nice.
The numbers stay with Heretics. They answer back in round 4.
I don't know if that was by design or if it's just one of these things that happen with that roll swap. Woot, there's a gap in that Omen smoke to the right side of it, and I like how Team Heretics has planned this out. As soon as they go in with that showstopper, the way that they have to plant the spike, it's open to that spam from Waterfall. So instantly, Miniboo comes over here, sends that paint shell out to kind of zone out any players from being able to get that spam onto that spike planter, and they deal with that so well. LEV, they try their best, but their combo does not connect.
Incredibly tense now between these two. First time we're seeing a dedicated effort towards this A site once these rifles have come into play. Mazzino catching a glimpse and deciding to fall away towards site. It's going to be Tex. Feeling like he's everywhere this round. From last time towards C, now going for a bit of a gamble stack here on A, and it's not the wrong read.
He wants to be more involved in the fights and the action. Rightly so.
Oh, look at them already backing towards B.
Oh, Rienz.
What is that? Well, a third was on the cards, but not to beat. But a quick read. Com knows what's up. He can hear them already bounding towards that B site. Needs to call in the cavalry as they are trailing the man here. Aren't going to go through.
Paranoia in.
Paranoia. Anyone going to work with this? Now they go, but it's too late in the day. Miniboo recovers vision. Drops a body. Mazzino, good trade. But a 3v2, struggling to get the time on their side and get this plant down.
2v3, spike's not planted. 30 seconds. Aftershock for Mazzino can funnel these guys away. That smoke on main.
It's nice.
It's all about these first kills.
Carving up at least a 2v2 on the site itself, but you can see how close Benji is sitting. Oh, I thought there was a chance for the spray on this one. Mazzino now. He may know where one of them is, but to find Benji would be hard. He knows where he is now, but time is the biggest factor. Boo!
What?
Boo's having, I want to say a nightmare, but Mazzino now given an opportunity. The time is going to be very, very low here, but he might be able to get this towards half. Takes a little bit of damage, but he's got himself an opportunity. And he's definitely got time, but he doesn't have the capability to outdo Benji there.
That's the Boo I know.
I love the timing on that swing from Benji. As soon as that tap on that spike comes in again, the swing's coming in before any possibility of reacting to it. But Rienz with those first 2 opening kills, dodging that seized plus paint shells combo behind Rubble and getting 2 kills off the back of it. That was the difference maker in this round. And we don't get to see this guy on that Viper, on that lurk roll. He's usually with the pack as Gecko, as Sova. He doesn't get to, you know, play these rounds out. So being able to see him change that up and get value, really nice.
Gotta be careful with this scoreline now as well, Lev. That's gonna be 5-1 likely here, considering it's only Sheriffs. A couple of odds are really nearby, actually. So maybe with Mazzino on this rifle, I don't know. Maybe there's something to be said about it. One off the showstopper. One away from Rolling Thunder, but as it stands, it's the plant for Heretics.
Some counter util available for the defenders, but that first pick going into the...
And now we've got the Rolling Thunder, but look at the counterplay coming in already towards Waterfall. They want to try and take space away that should be secure, and it looks like they've got at least that. We're going to play back in, isolate Aspas. This is the problem, though. Now they're down to the Sheriffs. Oh, Tex alive. He has been sharp with this Sheriff. Maybe his time to shine here. Door now open, Woot on a platter. Can't be taken down, though. Stands tall. And Mazzino, who started this, can't close it. Benji is there. And Heretics taking a strong lead now.
This map is a map where, because you have those 3 sites, because you have this access to the revolving doors, it spreads the defense so thin. If you try to defend A, you have to leave C open. If you try to defend C, you leave A open. If you try to defend both A and C at the same time, you leave B open. There's always a gap.
Benji, 6
Team Heretics, because they deathball as 5 so frequently, they're going to be able to outnumber you anywhere they choose to go. And if they keep enough utility into those late rounds, the post plants, as soon as you try to get back into the round with your stuns, your flashes, anything like that, here comes a Viper.
I was on stage, but I heard it was a little warmer.
to outnumber
Yeah,
you
so don't
anywhere
worry.
they choose to go.
The other
And if
venue
they
was
keep enough
definitely like worse.
utility into
Yeah,
those
it was
late
worse.
rounds, the post plants.
If we had
as
a
soon as
crop
you try
top
to get
jersey,
back
which
to the
player would
round
wear it?
with your stuns, your flashes, anything like that.
Why?
Here comes
Why
a
me?
Viper.
Why
Here
me?
comes a
Why not,
Pistol.
like,
Here comes
Zach
some
or
piece of
Tyson?
utility. And now that Heretics is building on
You're wearing that for sure.
Yeah,
I just imagine you walking out on
You're wearing that for sure.
Then come back into A when they know that usually it's 1 or 2 people jump spotting, maybe trying to hold in case you do come back for that retake. But because of that, Team Heretics just gets to that site for free constantly, and they get to close out. Now LEV, they call that timeout. They have that showstopper on Ospas. They have the chance to be able to do something with it if they choose to do it.
And remember, last time around these two met, it was Aspas who had an absolute flyer of a series. Tip top of the board now, only 1 to 5. Uncharacteristically quiet for him. Gonna need him to show a little bit of that spark. Or we know he has. Everyone knows his potential, his capability. Rien's looking to maybe do a little bit of something he did before. Finding those 2 kills was paramount to Heretics' good conversion the previous. Now, back to a different setup here.
LEV starting with that heavy A defense. It's all on Tex to defend against the C site, and the rotation can't get here in time.
And he's so committed. I don't know how he gets away from this. Or maybe he doesn't want to.
Wow.
Maybe he wants to try and stand and fight, but a one-point trade, I don't know if it's enough.
You should run.
Lockdown in play. Players already on the site.
From
That's just going
Benji?
to zone them out to give them enough space to get into the site and plant. But
Yeah,
look
it
at
is from Benji.
He's already placing that turret for the flank. Here comes the plant. And Rienz, he's going to get it. He's got the Viper Spit. If he locks that down in spawn or waterfall, this is another round for Team Heretics.
See if they want to go for it. Look, yeah, opting towards CT.
Save.
Covering that off. This then encourages
He's not
Aspas. Can he
saving?
find a man? Drop the body. He can, but he takes himself down with it. And now down to the 3v3. Benji on the back lines being pressured. Is booted to deliver towards Mazzino. And now back and forth we go. But the Viper Spit on the site is the problem. They still have to clear past this.
This is
Com
too
and King
close.
both wanting to close in now.
Tucking into spawn as well.
King gonna
Nice
fall
boo.
fast though. It's all on Com in a 1v2 and he's trying, but they're gonna surely
Nice.
check on him. Boo!
Let's go.
Keeping Heretics moving forward. The scoreline starting to become a problem.
Keep in mind, LEV just called a timeout. They had that gun round, they lost. Team Heretics takes the lead, puts LEV on another eco round. Lots of ultimates invested in that. Osbos uses Showstopper, goes 1 for 1, dies to it because he's in that Viper Spit. He's taking that early
Holy
damage.
dragon.
Now, the lead building for Team Heretics. It's insurmountable right now. LEV, they need to find a way to stop the bleeding, but their economy, everything is reflecting it. And look, the overreaction, the C defense, they're leaving A exposed, and Team Heretics a step ahead again.
Holy,
they're going towards
the
A this time. Benji, though,
masterclass.
in spawn, holding that
Holy.
mid push, has that turret to watch that C push, and this A site again. LEV, you cannot defend it with only 2. Even if Breach gets here in time, it might not be enough.
No, and you look at the buy as well. It's Sheriffs, it's Stingers,
Ooh,
Rienz on the
Rienz.
punish. Miniboo tethered, but it doesn't really matter. He's still standing. And he's still fighting. Miniboo.
Stop.
Back to back. Oh, for LEV,
That was ugly,
this
though.
is horrific. Held on 1 after what was a brilliant resurgence on Abyss. 13-9. We started to see all the stars aligning. Thinking maybe this was enough to bring them back into this series. And then we get here. And the worries return, the issues return, and Heretics picking up where they left off. Looking cool, composed,
Nice.
and now very much in control.
Collecting another round. Miniboo has that showstopper now. Boo has that Nightfall. And again, Team Heretics staying a step ahead. Hitting C until LEV overreact, plays C. Hitting A exactly when they leave it exposed. Now with these ultimates, I want to see something fun. I want to see something with pressure towards one spot and slipping the gap. I've seen it before where they try to go towards A,
Hello?
make that pressure, and before you know it, in a blink of an eye, Miniboo through middle, through B, in the back with that showstopper. But right now, I think they're lining it up.
Uh-oh.
Looks like it.
Maybe just a little bit of pressure, maybe trying to figure out if this A defense is here. To confirm
That's
it, just to let
risky.
them know that this is possible.
Yeah, Pacey already straight on in. Miniboo gonna pop the ult here and just secure space.
Absorb.
You can see how far back they have to sit here. It gives them time for the plant. But an opportunity for the retake. You're looking at Com here. You're looking at Tex potentially. Big opportunity.
Oh, Woot!
But Wu waiting.
This is his
Denies
map.
anyone access through that blue door.
No
Gives them
cap, this
safety.
is his
Allows
map.
them to all pour their attention towards CT,
that's a
towards that
huge ult,
connector.
though.
The counter ult on both sides going through. Boo waiting. You see them both. That should be both tethered. Boo can now turn for a second. Now the paranoia goes in towards
Stress.
CT. Boo.
Distress.
Re-ends. Heretics. Line him up.
Oh, yes! Let's go! So much util wasted from their side.
Are unstoppable, rolling
Nightfall
through, staying
used,
one
no
step ahead
util.
every
Oh,
time. It's just impossible when you're
shots.
hitting shots like this, when you're finding the openings, when you're not afraid, when you are flying on high confidence.
Against
It is so
two
hard to
nice
stop a
shots.
team that is like this right now with these crossfires. And LEV, they don't have an answer. They need to figure out a way to defend against Team Heretics, but part of that might be just having to have
Vazino,
better
Vandal,
retake
no
protocols.
shields.
They are guessing the wrong spots,
They're
but here
so
they might guess the right
desperate
spot.
for this.
Ooh. Seized up, here we go.
Okay, that's a
Tex
start.
Finding Rien's, now gonna apply the pressure! Heretics withstand!
Nah, bro.
3 back-to-back, and LEV are trying to throw everything they have at them. They
What
don't
is
want to
this
go out like
plan?
this.
What
so
are they
close to
doing?
that grand final. And watch it slip.
This is not the LEV that we
One
know.
round, all they've been able to post so far. Tex
What
trying
are
to
they
dig deep, but he
doing?
gets put in his grave.
They
now
knew
King.
where he was.
A
Or maybe
1v3,
they
we talked
didn't.
about his timings, his ability to find space, to give
Oh.
LEV so many options in previous maps, but now he has to clutch
He
up.
walked
There's
one
no two
smoke
ways
into
to say
this
it.
round.
They need
One
impact.
smoke.
They need someone to stand tall. He's not slowing down by any means. He's in there. Trying to toy with their expectations on the TP, but they know what's going on. The Haunt going to ensure it. Nice shot from King, a better trade from Boo. At this point, it's 9-1. This game may be nearly over.
They're running them down.
Probably nearly over at this point, the way that Team Heretics has been
Eutix.
fighting back. Again, you look at that last
Yo.
map of Abyss, you look at how it fell apart for Team Heretics at the end there.
No
it
way.
wasn't to a lack of planning or prep or strats or player performance. It's that Cove incident. It comes back to that round. It just unraveled. The rest of Team Heretics gave LEV that little bump to get to that finish line, to take us to this map. But now Team Heretics is showing why this map was in their wheelhouse for so long, and they look revitalized on it right now. I did not expect this coming into this. I was nervous for Team Heretics. They've been putting it away. They picked Icebox against Sentinels instead of, you know, picking, I think they banned Lotus even, in fact. So the fact that they're able to come out here on Lotus and look like this.
I mean, and rightly so. Heretics picked this map before. They only got 10 rounds. LEV got 13. They played here. We already knew how this went. But the difference is how close Heretics now are. They can see it. They can nearly touch it. That
Why does he have a
trophy,
mask?
so close to them. A chance to fight for it. A chance to right their wrongs in previous finals. And no bigger stage than champions. But they still have to get past LEV. They've done the hard work initially. Couple of maps behind them now.
Let's go.
And they've done so much heavy
They're all
lifting here.
just
9 rounds. Look at the
All-in
run of
trade,
them.
Let's go.
For LEV,
This game is in the bag, I hope.
trying to prove how bad
Just
you
like
want it. Do you
no
have it
way
in
they're
you?
catching
You
up.
still have gas in the tank. Another gear to shift to. It's now or it's never. 1 round is not enough of a buffer. I don't care who you are.
They're so
You gotta give us a
paranoid.
little more,
There's
LEV.
3 on C. On
Gotta
B.
get at least 3. That sets it all up. Team Heretics off the back of that timeout called from LEV. Holding, waiting. Seeing if LEV goes for another aggressive play. They just tried it,
Like
didn't
he has
work.
like a sniper.
LEV is still 1 defending C, 2 defending front of B, 2 defending. It's so split. Anywhere Team Heretics chooses to go, they have a 5v2
They
at
peeking
worst.
B. They have
Warbot
info on
set.
B. They still don't know if
Or
it's
that
C
flank.
or not. Now it's
Now here
an A
comes the
for
orb
sure.
collected, the tree room open.
They're gonna pivot
Haunt
B,
through.
but they don't have
Aspas.
info. But
First time we're seeing him test this in what feels like this entire game, apart from one flank we saw earlier
Turret
on.
and alarm bot, man.
Yeah, they doubled down. They're taking no chances here.
And
They're
then-
feeling surrounded, but look at Tex.
Is that the go?
so precarious. His positioning from Tex, it feels like feast or famine, and he's played it glorious with a ghost clears him. How is this happening?
Dude, they're getting
They're being brought down
They're getting
to the ground
shit
here.
on.
5 still up for Heretics. They got the plant. Benji backfilling the space on CT. Aspas, every step is so arduous. And we need the Magic Man to pull a trick out of that. Pull something out. Show us something here, Lev. Going out with a whimper. Is not it.
He's
3 kills
3-9.
This feels
They're getting
like
shit
he's
on.
into a whole different reality.
Wow!
He's dead. He's done for. It's 10 already for Heretics.
I've lost count of how many times Lev has gone for these flanks, and it does not work against Team Heretics. The style that they play, as soon as they see that flank coming in, they know it's not just one player. They know it's multiple, and they press forwards. They know at worst they're in front of a 5 versus 3, and they claim that space. It's been the name of the game, and Team Heretics, they look insane on this attack side.
Yeah, they do.
Lev.
And just what can you do?
Slow opening, a more passive approach to that A. Yes, they use a one-way. Yes, they use an orb, but they keep that stun on Mazzino. He's got that over towards C. If this hit comes back towards C, they break that trip. Mazzino gets that stun off, gets that swing, asks for the cage, and lays them up.
Bring them down.
Mazzino, pressure on his shoulders here. Trying to hold the site, calling the cavalry. Aspas now. Right place, but we're still above a minute. They can pivot.
Open the revolving door,
So
create that pressure.
They don't know what to hold.
Make them question whether or not it's B. Look how it's dealing with the rotations. Tech's already picking up that
C.
waterfall B area.
Wait.
King has to watch it from the
They have to show
blue room.
presence A.
It's just calm on that A defense.
Before going C.
Right
yeah, well,
now,
that's what they're
Spike
doing.
Looks like they want to QB sneak it back into that C site after some sort of pressure elsewhere on the map. Remember, just revolving door. They can always connect back here after they pressure
guy
A
who
or
shot
B.
the kid 30 times.
Tex. Bit of a headliner. And I thought a bit of a head taker there. Only gets down Wu, but I thought he might have had mini boo as well.
How does he
Look how that
trade
exposed that C site though. Aspas needs to go big from this waterfall, deny that plant.
And it's Aspas, you call upon him. Maybe it's his time to answer that call. 13 seconds. They can get the plant here. He can't do
Mini
it.
boo!
Giving him no quarter. King.
Mini boo on 3.
A 2v1. No. Can he give him anything?
No.
A touch to work with. Desperate attempt to boo.
No, it's 1-11 against Leviathan.
Nearly securing the grand final in one half. Josh, this has been a masterclass here. A night and day difference from the last time they met. This is Heretics with one goal in mind.
No way. They're getting stomped. Benji's the GOAT, yeah. I can't take it anymore. Please win this level. What? There's no way they're winning this. Oh, look at this. They're cheering the crowd. I like this music though. Red Bull Gaming. Oh, okay. Midi-boo on 2. They're all so cracked.
And just go until we end up making as much as we would have made winning the whole thing.
True. I mean,
It's
at that
not
point,
impossible.
at that point, we don't even have to like qualify for the events. We can just make all our money there.
Yep.
Wait, is he throwing out jerseys right now? Yeah.
We can just retire right now and become gamblers.
I'm down to take the prize pool we've won from this event and all in.
Okay. Huh?
Yeah. I'm down to take
Yeah,
the
Heretics deserve this
the
one.
prize
Take
pool.
your champs money and do it then.
No.
Ah! Now it's no, huh? All of a sudden trying us in, and now we don't want to do it anymore.
No,
Oh,
Condemning scoreline. One round for Lev. The third.
I respect this. He knows it's over.
Yeah.
He's trying to win the fans.
It's like, please buy the bundle,
already-
please, please. He's like, please. Somebody give me a shirt. Let me throw a shirt.
Aspis!
Imagine someone at the front
That shit is wild.
Sit your ass down.
I would not say that to him. Out of all this year, that was fun.
2-1.
You're so old.
These guys are
That guy would
13
stuff me in a
seconds
locker,
behind.
Have a chance to take it to a final map. But right now,
Dude.
it looks like they don't have that teamwork.
11-1.
Can they show us,
It's
prove to us
mind-blowing.
that they do have it in them? Slow opening.
4
Lev
to 11
don't want to
on
make
Aspas.
any missteps. Can't make a mistake. Don't want to make.
If they come back, oh, nobody's in chat. Okay.
So dangerous.
But like, if they come back, I'm gonna
Same
do
approach that
something.
they had on Abyss, right? They went towards B after a little bit of A pressure. Tex and Aspas leading the charge, but here, Benji playing that retake, waiting
I
for the
would've
rest of his
played
team
in
to
this
come
one.
back. This is what was working so well in some of these
What is
retakes.
the plan? Oh, paranoia.
Previous maps. Team
Yeah,
Heretics,
yeah.
as they group, reach critical mass. They have the paint shells. Haunt, no C's though.
Boo is going from the
Paranoia
war.
coming in. Woot in the back. Here it comes, and here comes the retake.
Yeah, smokes in, haunts up, paranoia too deep, Mini Boo on the way, first man falls, Aspas King trying to desperately claw into this, hold on, give them a chance, give them a moment, give them, hell, another round!
Ooh, wow.
The one that
They
did
actually
it.
got a
It's 2
round.
rounds, but it's a step.
Stepped in the.
Give them a chance.
Come on, baby.
Give them a moment. Give
Oh,
them
he's low. Come on, baby.
It
starts with pistol.
Oh my god, don't call it a comeback. Do not call it a comeback.
It'll be a couple rounds where it's like, yeah. And then you'll start to win and be like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, we can actually bring it back and then you lose.
Missteps
That's
allowed.
exactly what
They
happened. We
pick
had
up that
that.
Oh.
to the wire.
Then it was
that
12-6,
moves back
and I was like,
5 versus 5.
yeah, 6
Until
more.
they work
Yeah,
out
6
the
more.
sides.
We can do that. And then we lost right there.
Those trades and taking out
Fixed
as well was huge. It was massive. But Lev, if they want to be able to do this comeback, remember, Team Heretics started with a couple of flawless rounds to open up the game, build that economy,
He's doing
build
a
the
handstand
ulti economy
what?
as well.
Yeah.
And also, at the same time, deny Lev the ability to get their ultimates on.
Oh, here we go.
Mini Boo.
Here, another fight. Mini Boo.
Oh,
If
this
this guy wins,
Nice
he
from
even got one,
Aspas.
that would have been a tilter.
A really big opportunity for him to warm into this game too. These are the moments where you become truly legends. People refer to him as the GOAT of the game. I don't blame you, but you need him right now. At 6-12, this has not been a career performance for him at all. But if there's a time to turn up,
Aspas edit drop.
the next couple of rounds, if they get
3K,
Grace
boom.
to happen, Aspas forced to
Oh!
alone with Lev. He's got support there. Mazzino, Comp,
Aspas who?
Benji gonna
I
get
said it.
across.
I said it.
Get
Aspas
the
who?
one to keep this together, to keep the round looking likely. Maybe a third could come in as Rienne's the last one alive.
I got a
This should
Spectre.
be stability for Lev.
I don't think the macro.
No show match
decisions
tomorrow.
here
Yeah, no
are
show match
bad
this
for
time.
Lev. They're good.
Oh,
They
there's
have that
cap,
map
bro.
control.
No, I'm
They
pretty sure there is.
control
You're
the
trying to sell the
rotation
hype.
so well.
I wish I was.
But
I thought there would be
it's
one.
where they come in and the
Surprised.
execution of everything.
The opening
Make
ceremony.
sure
It
they're
actually
together,
went
they're
without
hitting their shots.
the
Some
Spectre.
of these situations are
bro.
getting really
Wow.
close.
I don't know.
Remember,
I don't wanna
this
alarm
was
So they
just
don't-
pistols
so
for
King doesn't
Team
get the
Heretics.
gun.
They took out Alspas.
feel
Calm
like
and
Big
Tex
brain.
came
This is
really
a
low
light
as
song.
well.
Yeah.
Had their big guns.
What does Extra have to say?
Get past this hurdle, there's no shot. I will see you. Show us what you've got.
Now, 3 to
What
11.
is happening here? Why do I not follow Extra though?
First
Yeah,
big challenge.
I should.
Big test.
Let's go, Leviathan!
No bigger stage
Let's
for it to
go, Leviathan!
be. And Heretics, well, they can take chances. They can take risks. And right now, they're trying to just escape. Aspas perfect. Takes
Let's
away
go,
Benji.
Leviathan!
Make
Oh,
sure.
fuck off. I don't want to look at
Perfect. Hey.
somebody
Sweep
who's
it.
cheering and live. Oh.
Some
This.
riskier plays to see if they can shut down Lev before they're able to get anything. A great clear on that C-mound area by Lev. But here they come back to A. And already Team Heretics bolstering the position.
Oh my.
Rienne's Oh,
not like this, man.
LEV are being
This is so
decimated.
tailed.
King,
This is so tailed.
Dom, Aspas.
King Kong?
Where do you go?
Did he just King Kong?
Do you look towards B?
Oh,
I
come.
up C.
I was like,
You're
King
not
Kong.
going A anymore.
Just end it already. Don't
is
make
when-
a fake comeback.
Silence is deafening. You hear your own heartbeat pumping louder and louder. You realize that the end of the tournament life is quickly,
I
rapidly
mean,
approaching.
11-3.
20 seconds.
Boo. Fnatic made a
on the other
comeback
side of this
like
smoke,
that.
the spike is hit.
Dodges
Boom,
it. No,
bomb.
no.
It passes.
No.
Boo with an
No.
opportunity to break their heart.
Boo!
Shattering LEV to pieces.
MVP.
And King, too
Dude.
little, too late.
Nice.
There's no timeout. That's it. LEV. They had that first opening at C. The risky play from Team Heretics did not pay off. But the response re-ends the Odin spam. Blind through the door.
Bro,
Just
and
catches
this
one
second
randomly,
kill.
catches a second
Holy.
randomly, and it's all unraveling for LEV. Slipping the gap here as well. It's so
Aspas is
unreal the way that LEV is
dope.
losing right now. They have to be heartbroken.
I said it.
They have to be.
One away. Heretics one away. LEV had to watch this go from bad to worse. Seeing their chances
They
slip
still have guns, though.
away. There's an ult to work with. There's still a buy in hand, and they are gonna give it everything they have to try and stay in this tournament, to stay in champs for a chance at the finals. Aspas, but it's Mini Boo
No.
and Boo back to back,
Yeah,
doing
the Boo
so
Pros.
much damage towards LEV, leaving them in a 2v3. And Mazzino is so isolated. Benji takes away Tex, and now on the verge. It's down to 1.
Now it's gonna start hitting you. It's like, oh fuck. We're
Mini
fucked.
Boo,
We're so
Benji,
fucked.
Woot.
It's like you don't even have
They
to
show
care anymore.
patience as they slowly close in.
Yeah, like.
They look to finish
what
with a
can you
flourish.
do?
The paranoia going through Mazzino. Can you step up when it matters most? Can you?
Nice!
The answer is no. As Heretics in name and in nature, defying belief
13 and
looking at the grand finals.
LEV, they came so close. They showed so much tenacity. If there's any takeaway from this series, it's not about how maybe bad LEV might have played. It's about how good LEV played, but Team Heretics are a cut above right now. They're playing flawlessly.
Spot on. Give it a moment. For what it means to them.
Oh, they're so
Sheer
hyped up.
elation.
They're gonna win
Heretics.
this. They're gonna win everything.
To face a team that they've
There's
lost
no way
to
they're not.
here recently, to face those maps again. And on the other side, LEV, a team who've been made for greatness, and they got this close, so damn close. But today, it wasn't their day.
Close isn't good enough when you're in the champs deep run. Team Heretics, they're on that stage right now, and oh man, the progression, you can see, you talked about it, they lost that first matchup, the head-to-head, but here, in that rematch, it looked like a completely revamped team, different, and you have to look at what contributes to that. It's got to be the coaching staff. You have Niels, you have Weber, a lot of it probably on the shoulders of Boo, the in-game leader, but also the players, the stars. You have Rienz, you have Benji, you have Woot, you have Mini Boo. Like, you talk about this team, you're highlighting all these other players. Mini Boo, he slips the discussion somehow.
Even though he's top of the board in the last map?
He's top of the board. He's been frying the last couple of days. Neon Rays, it doesn't matter. He's in there. These guys are good.
Yeah, they are damn good. I'm glad you mentioned Rienz. In my mind, he's out there as potentially one of the MVPs. I'm glad the desk was talking about it earlier too. He's had a belting performance. And you're right, you could pick so many of the players.
Let's
and
go.
God, it's hard to look towards LEV at times. I mean, gave it a go. But what are you meant to do against a side that looks to be getting stronger and stronger? Heartbreak for Com there. It's hard in these moments to see the absolute stark contrast between the winners and losers, but you can see what it means to make it to those finals, to get a shot again and again.
Oh no.
He's felt that high
He's
before.
crying.
Maybe he'll feel it another time, but it won't be in Champions this time around.
Heretics, they've been on the receiving side. When they've hit the grand finals, they've suffered. They've been quoted saying they would rather like lose early than get second place again.
Yeah.
And here they are, set up in that moment where it's either they win it all or they go out in second again. Are they going to let this happen, or have they learned? We've seen their growth so far.
Yeah.
Is it enough though?
EDG, the final boss. I mean, they have looked something else. Something else. Take a moment, drink it in. Heretics will be back to this stage. For LEV, I think they've made some fans here today.
Absolutely.
Hard game, hard opponent.
What a game.
And a hard walk to that backstage area. Never easy in these moments, but a glance back throughout at least the last map here, in case you missed it. And it was, well, quite quick, really.
It was just a reel of, I mean, a lot of these fights came down to these big team fights. Team Heretics coming out on top, positioning, the crossfires that they have, the understanding of where they need to push, keep the pressure on next. And of course, you have moments like this, the Odin spams, the smoke spams, just random things happening.
Yeah.
Just sometimes the luck is in your favor and sometimes it's against you. And right now, just how the stars aligned for this team was magical.
And they made something of it as well. It's one thing to have the luck, sometimes they let it slip away, you don't utilize it, but here, gosh, it almost felt like a mercy killing at a 13-3. LEV just didn't have it in him anymore, but someone who does have it in him, who has been outstanding, is Rienz, who's standing by for the Verizon post-match interview.
Inspire Arena, let me hear it for Rienz! 리엔즈 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 3대1 승리로 결승에 진출하게 됐습니다. 벤지피시 선수는 정말 숨을 가쁘게 몰아쉬기도 하고 미니보 선수도 굉장히 신나 보였는데 리엔즈 선수 담담하거든요. 지금 어떤 기분인지 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Congratulations, Rienz. 3-1 to advance to the grand finals. We saw the sigh of relief from Benji and also Su from Miniboo as well. But you seem pretty calm. Like, what's going on? How do you feel right now?
I mean, I'm so happy, but I'm kind of like Boo, you know, I'm kind of chill. Of course, I'm so happy, like I'm also excited, you know. We're gonna play grand final, especially in our like first year, you know, like everybody is joining champions for first time in our team. So I think it's like great achievement, you know, and I'm really confident that we're gonna win.
Oh, win the whole thing. Okay. 먼저 부 선수랑 리엔즈 선수가 성향이 비슷해서 좀 이렇게 많이 기쁠 때도 그 감정을 많이 드러내지 않는 편이지만 너무 행복하고 기쁘다고 얘기를 하고요. 특히 이렇게 결승전에 진출하게 됐는데 사실 팀에 있는 모든 선수들이 챔피언스 결승전은 처음이기 때문에 또 너무너무 신나고 열심히 해서 내일 우승할 수 있을 것 같다고 얘기를 했습니다. 그럼 먼저 가볍게 게임 얘기 좀 여쭤보고 싶은데요. 뭐 선셋에서도 그렇고 어비스에서도 그렇고 이 부 선수가 사이트를 혼자 보는 일이 많았거든요. 좀 부 선수의 콜이 그렇게 나온 건지, 부 선수를 선수들이 믿고 있는 건지, 아니면 이게 전략의 일부인지도 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Speaking of Boo, we see him holding a side by himself a lot, especially on Sunset A, also on Abyss, on his Astra as well. Is this part of your game plan, or is this more of him giving you the calls and the teammates having that full faith in him that he can definitely hold the side on his own?
I mean, I would say like we trust Boo so much, so whatever he says, we listen. And if he says that he can hold the side solo, we will of course just believe him and just show.
And he does, right? He does.
Exactly.
부 선수에 대한 믿음이라고 얘기합니다. 부 선수가 이제 뭐라고 콜을 내리기만 하면은 선수들은 그걸 따를 준비가 돼 있고, 부 선수가 만약에 선수들이 다가오는데 내가 사이트 혼자 다 막을 수 있다라고 하면은 충분히 막을 수 있다고 믿기 때문에 이런 믿음이 빛나는 답변을 줬는데요. 리엔즈 선수 그리고 올해 데뷔해서 국제 대회는 2번째 결승전에 진출하게 됐는데 사실 1년 내내 정말 꾸준한 폼을 보여주고 있습니다. 이렇게 큰 무대에서도 용기와 폼을 잃지 않는 비결은 무엇인지도 물어보도록 할게요. Speaking of, first time in the grand finals for champions, this year it's your debut year, and yet you've been consistent throughout all international tournaments and throughout all regional tournaments as well. Heading into that second grand finals of this year, I want to ask you, how do you keep so consistent and strong? Does nothing scare you?
I mean, I think everybody in the team loves each other, so there is no mental issues in the team. Everybody trusts each other, and everybody is have stamina to work hard.
That's
because we are young people, I would say, and we are just working hard. Our coaches are working hard, and our team, I don't know, just supporting us a lot. And we had some good performance coaches that I want to thank. Yeah.
아무래도 이 선수들이 어리기 때문에 충분히 이런 힘든 여정을 견딜 끈기도 있고, 그리고 팀 분위기가 너무너무 좋기 때문에 사실 멘탈 관리가 팀적으로 그렇게 힘들지 않다고 얘기를 해서 그런 부분이 리엔즈 선수 개인적으로도 많이 도움이 되는 것 같고, 그리고 퍼포먼스 코치님을 포함해서 이제 코칭 스태프도 굉장히 많이 도와주고 있기 때문에 또 본인의 폼이 이렇게 꾸준할 수 있다고 얘기를 하는데요. 마지막으로 EDG에게 내일 경기 앞두고 하고 싶은 말 한마디 듣고 끝내도록 하겠습니다. Tomorrow, EDG. Miniboo said, now's not the time to trash talk, but I feel like you could be up for it. So anything you'd like to say to EDG?
No trash talk.
Okay.
I agree, my brother. So we keep being humble, but I'm really confident that we're gonna play good game. So, we also beat them before in Shanghai.
He's never
and I think we have some
well.
positive part against Chinese teams. So
Okay.
yeah, let's.
You learned some positive parts?
I mean, I think we are good against them,
Okay, yeah.
So we'll just see tomorrow.
Okay.
Good luck.
상하이에서 EDG 한번 꺾어봤고 또 상성상 중국팀 상대로 헤리틱스가 굉장히 잘하는 것 같기 때문에 내일도 열심히 해서 좋은 경기 겸손하게 펼치면서 우승을 할 수 있었으면 좋겠다고 얘기했습니다. 이렇게 해서 리엔즈 선수 만나봤습니다. Thank you, Rienz.
Thank you.
Good luck in the grand finals.
Thank you, 감사합니다.
And that's all we have for the post-match interview today. Bye-bye.
Everybody left already.
Wow, what a game.
Oh, what a day we have had. I've got Kilios back here with me, joined by two very special guests. It's the coaching staff of Team Heretics, Neil Zenio and Weber. Guys, congratulations. Huge congratulations today. But we have been here before. How many finals is it this year?
3, I believe, right?
3, I think, yeah.
3, I think, yeah.
Yeah?
I think so.
Kind of used to it now at this point.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Yeah.
Nice.
You were chilling throughout that game as well?
Yeah, honestly, that was pretty zen.
It was alright, yeah. Not too bad, not too bad.
What about Abyss, after Abyss? Was it still alright?
Yeah, I think on Abyss, we kind of just... I mean, they played well, first of all, but I think we kind of just let the control of the game go ourselves. Our communication dropped a little bit. We lost a few, really stupid post plants, and then it kind of just snowballed from there. So when we got to Lotus, we just told the guys to reset and focus purely on ourselves, and yeah. We know how to win, so.
One of the things that I've been talking about up here that, I was just kind of grasping at straws, but hoping that this was going to be the case. Do you think that after the final at Shanghai, losing to Gen G, that helped build up, the endurance and mentality for the players to be able to go through a longer series?
I would say basically all of the experience we've had this year is kind of came into one and got to the point where, we can deal with a best-of-5 series, because we had a small struggle against Carmine in the kickoff. And then we had the same in Season 1 against Fnatic. Hopefully now we've managed to get to that point where we can deal with the best-of-5 and kind of, even if we go 2-0 up and we lost the map today like we did, we can come through and get the third map that we need.
Yeah, you had tons of experience this year. I mean, if we look back on it. I just really quickly want to talk about some Miniboo slander. I've seen it on the interweb. I'm sure you guys have seen it as well, but he's just at the... I feel like the lower bracket, it really matters the most. He's proving everybody
Oh yeah,
wrong.
of course, it was
Yeah, exactly. I think for us, we've never... I don't know, one thing we tell the boys to focus on is just stay away from social media, stay away from what people are saying. Obviously, it makes it a little bit harder when he goes out and trash talks, but he's not a toxic person, right? Like, he just does it purely for fun.
He's passionate.
Yeah, he just does it for fun. It's just like a
that's me right there.
Like, he's playing against the best players in the world, you know? So for us, like, I don't know, it's weird seeing it because it's like, everything he does for us is so huge. Like, even if he's not on top of the scoreboard, he makes so much space, he buys so much time, his communication is insane. He's like our second hype man alongside Benji, so he just brings so much more to the team that, you know, it's easier for people to criticize him from the outside, but you don't really understand it until you kind of jump into our comms and watch him play.
I mean, getting ready to jump into this series, was there anything that you had said particularly to Miniboo? Was that necessary to kind of take him aside, given that this is his first time, you know, in a best-of-5 on a global stage? Was there any kind of parting words of advice that you'd given to him, or was he pretty much set to go?
Not really. Like, I think we just tried to normalize it, right? Like, it's just like a culture we have in our team. We came here for experience this year, and that's all it is. It's experience for him, you know. So just embrace it. Like, we always tell the boys, like, take every moment and live in it. Don't think about the future. Don't think about the past too much. You spend too much time worrying about that, you don't focus on the present. So
I think people forget that he's literally was at school. He
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
graduated from school. But I mean, your journeys, even the two of you, has been crazy. I feel like since you've been in Valorant, you've gone up against so many incredible opponents. I mean, Leviathan, I feel like playing against them twice in this tournament, you don't get that shot at players like Aspas and Com that often, right? So what's that experience been like?
No, it's been nice. I mean, I don't think we've myself personally, I've not done anything against Leviathan before, so just being able to kind of experience that and their playstyle, it's been enjoyable, especially to try and prepare for them. It's a very tough team to prepare for, so yeah, I think we managed to handle ourselves quite well. So
is Aspas as good as everyone else says? Because I feel like he is everyone's idol's idol.
Is it kind of that thing where like you're watching and you see like you have 3 players alive, and then you realize, oh, it's Aspas that's on the other side? Like, we might not be out of the woods yet, you know?
I mean, he is obviously extremely talented, right? But that's another thing that me and Weber have kind of told the boys a lot. Like, don't focus on the names, just focus on Raze, Jet. Like, we don't want to
focus on the agents.
Yeah, focus on the agents, and it's like he's just a different type of duelist. I think Safe for us is extremely hard to play against. I'd say like someone like Safe is so explosive. Like, he'll send himself in first. He'll just rip the bomb site apart, and there's nothing you can do against it. Whereas if you watch a couple of games of Aspas, it's manageable, you know.
He takes a more measured approach when he plays. So
he's a very smart
he
duelist.
just said Safe is better
I
than,
agree. I feel I now remember Safe on Sunset. He's just everywhere.
Don't remind us, please.
Oh, but he is literally everywhere. But let's take a look at the bracket, because we are down to just 2 teams. I would love to know if you guys at home predicted this.
No one did.
Is this how it went? How you guys expected it to go as well?
No.
Yes?
Nah.
I mean, for me, like, we always back ourselves, right? Like, we know if we play our game, we can get to the finals. I didn't expect EGD to get it, but they played like super good this whole tournament. So
Kind of on that note, as you get ready to go up against EDG, I mean, Rian said, you know, want to stay humble, no trash talk. I'm wondering if you guys have a little bit of a different taste and flavor
like
about
Sentinels,
you, because we did hear
Leviathan
from
here.
Kaplan in one of the half times,
Like
and he
Leviathan
said,
winning.
EDG win tomorrow no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any reply to that?
Yeah, right.
No, like, dude, it's the grand final of champions. Like, you are good if you've got to the final of champions, you know? Like, there's no slander from me. Like, they work extremely hard, same as every other team
I
here.
got Fnatic.
You need to be on your A game.
I think on the other side of this is obviously you guys were in China, you experienced
thought
the
they would
fandom, the Chinese fans. They love you guys, you know, whether it's you knocking out all of their teams or, you know, the Wood streams on Bilibili and so on and so forth. What's it like for you two as well? I mean,